get off the radio. I got it. Guys, it's going to be by Molly Lane. We're taking a left on the Molly. Cherokee, go ahead and hold the radio and go ahead and give me an SO en route, just KC 1080s. It's going to be Charlie Uniform Sierra 2577. It's going to be on a SUV Silver right now. We're in the turn lane turning on to Molly. I'll advise further. We're going to be taking a U-turn towards 575. About to line them up. We're stopping by Tacomat.
$233. That's what my car insurance wanted to charge me a month. No way was I gonna let them do that. Instead, I got a quote for just $51. Listen up.
This is that lookout from earlier, so it's going to be a wrong tag on a vehicle. This is also that 10-0 from the possible homicide earlier today. I'm a 10-12 for another unit. If I can get 2 units out here with me and have a unit 10-12 by 75 and 92, just in case he books it. Just block off the road right now. We'll approach it. Also, don't say anything about the 39 from Gwinnett. Hey, roll your window down. Hey, Bo, your windows are dark. Put both hands up on the steering wheel. Okay, Bo. Your windows are dark as hell, bro.
Yeah,
it's fine. You got an ID? Hey, whoa. That's fine. Look, you ain't got it with you?
No, I just never heard.
That's fine, Bo.
I'm going right there get something to eat.
Right there, get something to eat? Okay, perfect. Just hang tight. No weapons in the vehicle?
No weapons.
Okay, perfect.
Hold on. I'm not touching my phone.
No, that's fine. That's fine. One of our buddies gonna come around to that side, and then he's gonna get you out since you ain't got ID or anything like that, okay?
You got weapons on you?
No, sir.
Hey, you mind hopping out for me, please?
Yes, sir. Now, you can open the door. I don't want to do nothing.
You got your seatbelt on?
Yeah.
At 38 Cherokee. We're code 4 out here. You can go ahead and lift the radio and just let SO know we don't need assistance anymore.
Yeah, we got windows. Your tag's also expired. Okay.
What you talking about, the tag right there?
So that tag comes back to a BMW, Bo.
Them tag up to a BMW?
Yes, come back over here. That's why I pulled you over. Okay, bet. Hang tight right here. Yeah, so that comes back to a BMW. Is this your vehicle?
That's my cousin's vehicle.
It's your cousin's vehicle.
Yeah, it's everything in the registration there.
Can I search you just make sure you ain't got nothing on you? What's all in here? Your keys? Can you hang out with him? Thank you. Did he tell you a little bit of it?
Yeah, I saw a couple of y'all zipping around. And
they came out earlier, so there was a homicide in Gwinnett, and supposedly he's maybe a part of it. But it comes back to a different tag. It comes back to BMW and all this. I thought he was going to book it, so that's why I was trying to get you guys here. Yeah, bro, that comes back to a black BMW X5. No, but I'm telling you, that tag comes back to the Bo. You don't want your shit. Sorry, he's gonna headbutt the door the whole time. Yeah, Bo.
You go get the thing out there, he gonna show it right there and there. Like everything gonna show.
No, I know, but that tag is on the wrong vehicle.
I can call him.
I'm telling you, that tag's on the wrong vehicle. right?
No, I'm talking car.
But I'm telling you that tag's on the wrong
No,
vehicle.
I understand what you're saying, but they had the same thing when I took it to go get his auto.
Okay. Well, you can't be rocking the wrong tag on the vehicle, bro.
Okay, you're right.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Pull up your phone or pull up your thing in. What's that number on there?
Right.
Oh. You ain't got any warrants or anything wild like that? Mac, you want to hang out with him? Hey. Okay, bet. Bye. Can you send me that guy's 39 for the Gwinnett guy? I got the car. Yeah. He's about to be. Thank you. Bye. Love you guys. No, I know. I know. I know. Bye. So you saying it's your cousin's?
Yes.
Okay.
He got everything in the glove department. You can see everything.
Can I go in there and look?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
You do everything in the glove department.
If you get stuck on the melody, or if you just feel like you can't get a song started, Output's co-producer is very dope. They make it much easier for us to either get inspiration or
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tommy G. I'm in Chicago with the superstar rapper.
Man, we on 1300 right now. There's Lil Capalot, man.
Bang the switch, locks ain't got no safety cause we dangerous. I'm paid and rich. The way I blow this cake, you'll think I made a wish.
Take 9 years of hard work to be where I'm at and stay where I'm at. Rapping itself is easy, but being one of the best of it, and best at it ain't. This should take a lot of dedication, repetition, and just a specific mind.
Although Polo G is a famous rapper, he still has to navigate Chicago street politics and has to move smart to stay safe. So we met at an undisclosed hotel to begin this interview with him.
Yep.
Okay, cool. What's up, brother?
What's up?
Good to meet you. I'm Tommy. How are you? What happened last night? Anything interesting?
We did the show. Then went to the stew.
So there were some big dogs in town. There's 42 Doug. Who else was on this lineup?
Meek was on there. I think Moneybag was a surprise guest. I don't think he was like presented on the show, you know?
I was expecting to pull up to a motel, but this is a lot nicer than I was thinking.
Yeah, no, he's still there.
Also, just so you guys know, like the dynamics of our crew, like if you need anything like dirty work done, Keegan's kind of our guy for like shootings and different stuff like that. So just like tell him and he'll take care of it for you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I fuck with him.
Yeah, me too. And what's an average day as far as wake up and go to sleep? How many hours are you going for?
I ain't gonna lie, my sleep schedule be kind of weird, cause like some days I wake up at like 5, and then at the latest I wake up at 9. Usually get to the studio between 4 and 8 p.m. and then shit, I'm in there to like anywhere between 1 and 3 in the morning.
Okay, can you explain this, just the logistics of being a well-known rapper in the city? How do you have to move just to be comfortable?
You gonna always have to be on point, especially like I'm saying, especially out here, but just move in a certain way that'll just keep you out of shit.
What year did you blow up in?
I blew up in 2018.
In 2018, Polo got released from jail after serving some time for a high-speed chase with a stolen car. And shortly after, he released the song Finer Things that went super viral in Chicago.
For generations, which my side of town been drilling.
A little while later, in 2019, when he was only 20 years old, he dropped the song Pop Out with Lil TJ, and this put his name alongside some of the biggest rappers in the game.
We pop out at your party, I'm with the gang, and it's gonna be a robbery, so tuck your chain.
Now folks, I want you to imagine how difficult it would be at 20 years old to be flooded with millions of dollars, beautiful women from every direction, and the drugs that a famous rapper would have access to. I think this level of temptation would be incredibly difficult for anyone to navigate. What was it like when you first signed your deal, got a lot of money? Like, what was it like going home to your mom and like saying, I did it?
My mama was with me throughout the whole process of me signing, so she already knew what was going on. She went with me to go to the lawyer office to sign the papers to the label that I was signed to, and I split up my money like right then and there. Like they asked me like where you want this to go and where you want that to go, and I sent money to my mama right then and there the day I signed.
What was that like sharing that moment with her?
Yeah, it was.
Build a website you love with Wix.
We're here. Let's chain them, and I will be recording. Alpha open 152.
Just hopped out of the shower not too long ago.
What's his first name?
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey what? Jeff Williams?
Jeffrey Williams. I would be so tickled. Watch your stuff. There's the water. Mr. Williams, you can do me a favor, get a shirt on real quick. Sergeant Airwood's going to take you to the medical wing, okay? So if you can get a shirt on real quick, Sergeant Airwood's going to take you to the medical wing, okay? They're going to check you out.
You good, man?
I can't complain. Same day, different day, same stuff. How about you? You went last night? I guess it's better safe than sorry. They're going to check you out again.
So when did this happen?
You went last night?
No.
Situation?
Yeah.
You got sick?
When? Like here or over there?
Over there.
Okay.
What's up?
That's fine. That's fine. Is it a... I'll get you over there and back.
Put it on the glass.
So has anyone spoken with you about what happened?
No.
Here, I'll get it. So what injuries do you have?
Kind of like headache, okay?
A what?
A headache.
A headache?
Yeah.
How long have you had to use this walker?
Yes, sir.
They gave it to you yesterday?
Yeah, last night.
The infirmary gave it to you?
Yeah.
So what's going on with your leg?
I don't know. I think I thought this like sprung my ankle or something.
During the incident from...
Yeah.
So what?
I had on leg irons, and one of the officers kind of like just picked me up and slammed me, and then the other officer grabbed the leg irons and like pulled it over his shoulder and like drug me out.
And this was at Fulton County?
Yeah.
Was it...
It was called kind of officer.
It was Cobb deputies?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember which ones?
Just they sergeants.
Okay. So what we're going to do is, and I know you said that you came up here last night.
Yeah, I did. Now just letting you know, just
Yeah, that's cool.
Just in case one of the officers, if they
That's cool.
didn't know.
So we're going to get you checked out again. What did they do last night for you other than give you this?
She gave me like medicine. She gave me like pills for my headache. And
Okay.
she checked my signs, my vitals, and all this.
All right.
And she gave me ice for my leg. She said she can't get ready until Monday.
Okay. Did anybody take any pictures?
No. I guess they couldn't do it.
Well, just to let you know, someone's going to come and take pictures. Do you have any other injuries other than your leg?
I had hit it from like slam, but I took like, they gave me like pills.
So like,
And they gave
I
me
don't
pills
see.
this morning.
Did you have anything on your face or your arms or your hands?
No.
All right. Well, someone's going to come out and take some pictures. Okay. And just let you know, I am recording this.
Okay.
Right here, man. You know where you're going? Just keep going straight all the way through. A boot?
Yeah, this shit kind of like hurt, like standing up.
Tell you what, just sit in this one right here. Yeah.
I know you like still stop touching me and watering.
No, I didn't call me.
We just going to use like an hour ago, right?
He didn't call me.
I'm recording.
Just teasing you.
Okay.
What you need.
All right, so this is inmate Jeffrey Williams from R3. We were just advised that he was involved in some sort of altercation yesterday in Fulton County. We were told by Colonel Williams to bring him down here and get him checked. He says he was here last night.
Yes,
but
he was.
because
A prize
Colonel
packed to
Williams,
each bank ankle be. Yeah, they did.
because Colonel Williams called and said bring him down here,
Sure,
we're down here. So if y'all would just check him again.
I sure will, and I'll do vitals. But he's getting. I'm gonna give him a couple ice packs.
Okay.
Excuse me.
In the log, I put in here my whiteboard track. What's up? Doing this spin thing.
Okay. All right.
And I'll get you some more ice packs, okay? And I'll get your vital signs again. And we're sending you back. But you know, usually.
What has to go on to get like a boot? It kind of like hurts.
Well, it's usually sprains, hurt, worse than breaks. Which ankle is it? Okay, I'm going to order a ankle x-ray on Monday when she comes in. Yeah, so we'll see what's going on. Okay? You just twist it during an altercation or something? The sprains are really Oh, weak ankles and they'll just twist out. Oh my God, they hurt. So we'll do that. Is it swollen? I'll wrap it in a little Put that on there. Be right back on your No. Yes.
You should be resting that whole He said the white, the solution. Oh, the solution. They put the zinc on your leg, but not no white solution. You don't want that silver? What was it? You don't pour the solution on there. This one? That white bottle. You talking about what's the name of that?
I don't know. Silver nitrate or something like that. I don't remember. Yeah.
Do not pay your next car insurance bill. Repeat, do not pay your bill yet.
So I found this website and look at the difference.
Hey, well.
Does that doesn't help, or does it help you to kind of keep you steady? I know it hurts. And what I'm going to do is, what will happen on Monday, I'm also going to put you down to see the doctor.
Martell, did you try turning it all the way off? Yeah, okay. Okay.
Well, I'll see if I have an extra blanket. I have an extra blanket I'll give it to you to use to kind of fold up to prop it up. I got you a couple more ice packs, and then I'm going to wrap it. And then I'll order the x-ray for Monday, and then I'm going to also order you to be, if they were seen, I'm going to order them you to be seen, but I don't want you to be seen till after the x-ray, so maybe Monday afternoon.
I was about to say, do you have court on Monday? Yeah. What time have you been yeah, he's been in court. What time do you typically get back?
Like 5, 6.
After the x-ray technically back.
So I'll just let y'all work that. Because you pretty much have court for a while, Monday through Friday, right? So, I don't know, kiddo.
Oh, I don't know. I'll forget it in about 5 minutes. It's been one of those days. What's your name? All right, let's take that sock and let me take a look at it. Oh, this might be a big one. Yeah, can you get this?
Can you get it? Yeah.
Okay, where does it hurt? Jeez, are you all right? Oh, right there. All right. You're getting ibuprofen? I think so. Yeah. How many are you getting at a time?
They gave me 3 or 4.
Okay, 3. I'll make sure you're getting at least 3, okay? Let's start here. This is a big one. These hats. We're coming up with these hats, huh? If I went home, I'd have to have all my tats covered up. No, I have none. I'm chicken.
None, nobody.
I haven't found anything worthwhile. Now, I want this kind of tight because it's going to loosen up, okay? I don't know how we're going to get that x-ray. We'll figure something out, I guess, okay? But I'm going to order it and we'll go from there. Now look, if this doesn't feel good to you, take it off.
Oh, we did.
You want that sock back on? All this is going to do is give you a little, you know, like sturdiness.
temperature and all that stuff. Every time
Got
I
it?
start a day,
All right.
he always has it.
Two more of these. I'm here tomorrow, so if you need more ice packs or anything, just let us know and we can hook him up with the pill nurse or something. All right, so I'm ordering left x-ray and we will see how you do. Okay,
Did you say a blanket to put it up?
Yes, that'll pop you up.
We learned in the afternoon. We learned this afternoon. Okay. What happened now? You had a headache?
You want me to put it in the computer? You're allowed to have an extra blanket. So it'll be in the computer for you, so they won't take it. Can you get all that? No, that won't get it. All right, kiddo. Hope that feels better. You're welcome.
Thank you, nurse.
Oh, you're welcome.
It takes dedication and focus to be an all-pro dad. The good news is you don't have to work on the fundamentals alone. The All-Pro Dad Play of the Day is a 1-minute read. It is sent straight into your email inbox, and it's full of powerful and practical tips. So join the hundreds of thousands of dads just like you and sign up today.
The Chevy Equinox, and more than 15 safety features, and a silent night guaranteed. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
All right, you should be back for your visit.
Which one you got?
I got 5 too. When the door opens, hang a look.
Veterans Security Gate 1 and 5 for roll up door, please.
Clear for the roll-up door.
I'll open it for you.
Hang it right. Hang it right.
Central to intake. We have one female to intake training.
You can come on, we'll go back. Tell you what, Gaines, can you go and take his way straight now?
Yeah.
Once they get here for the photos, we'll come back down and get some photos, okay?
I'm assuming that's going to be after his visit.
Just whenever they get here.
Hey, can I forego the phone call and just give you that? Because I've done it.
Yes.
I have 2 kill calls, so 2 separate times.
Okay. Do what?
You got it?
Yeah. Thank you. All right, man. Per the nurse, he's allowed an extra blanket to prop his foot up on.
Charlie Tower open 2:30.
What happens when real patients move curing hepatitis C from their to-do list to their today list?
I was able to move forward without Hep C doing more damage to my body.
Understanding side effects was important to me. I talked to my doctor about Epclusa.
Epclusa
Roll on your windows. Reasonable pull driver 1, okay. Speeding, 2, stop sign back there, okay. Do you have a driver's license with you?
Yeah.
Wait, do you have a driver's license with you?
Yeah.
Okay, can I have it? Do you have a valid driver's license? Yeah? Okay, can I have it? Can I have your driver's license?
Stop.
Regardless, you're on a public roadway and I can pull a traffic stop. I'm not gonna go back and forth. Do you have a driver's license with you? Yes or no? Do you have a driver's license with you, man?
Yeah.
All right, can I have your driver's license?
Come on, Archie. You don't do this, Archie.
Listen, hey, I got a job to do, man. What's your first name?
Hold on, let me give you my ID, bro.
Okay, if you have an ID, I'll take it, dude.
Hi.
So are you suspended or revoked, or you got a good license? Because here, once I run you, I'm gonna find out if you're suspended or revoked. So are you suspended or revoked? Which one is it? You don't know? Which one is it? You don't know? Okay.
I will stop, though. Come on.
You will stop? Okay. Well, I still gotta do my job, right? I still gotta do all my stuff. We can talk about that in a second. Just be cool with me, okay?
You alright? Yeah, I'm irritated.
What's wrong? What's irritating?
We were stopped.
He pulled you over.
Here, I'm a passenger. Y'all shouldn't be talking to me. I'm a passenger.
Yeah, we can
I
still
don't have
talk to you though.
But I don't have to talk to you now.
Yeah, no, I think that I've been decent with you at least, right?
Yeah, you have. Yeah. I know the law, you know. I know.
No, I don't even know what he stopped you for, honestly.
Speeding.
Speeding.
We're parked.
You're parked? Okay.
Just hang out here. Hang out tight for me, okay?
You new? Are you new working?
I've been here 2 years.
Hey, stop moving so...
I'm asking a question.
Something wrong with you, bro.
Because I'm irritated.
The officer who initiated the stop returns with the intention of searching the suspect and his vehicle.
Hey, McCall. You wanna go and step out for me, man? You can leave your phone inside.
Alright, let me get
That's
my
fine.
wallet.
Here, you can leave your wallet, everything inside. Hey,
All I need.
that's fine. Just leave it right there.
What's going on?
We'll talk about it once you step out the car. Get your arm, face the car.
Hold on.
No, face here. Don't start reaching.
No,
I know. Here,
all
here.
I'm doing.
Listen, put your hands up there. Put your hands up there.
All I'm just doing.
Here, put your hands up there.
Go ahead.
Just don't reach for stuff, okay?
I ain't reach for nothing, bro.
Why is your pants undone?
Bro, I ain't got nothing on me, bro.
That's fine.
All I want to do is
Step
just
back
button
down
my pants up, bro.
That's fine.
That's
I'll let
all I
you
want
put
to
your
do.
pants here. Let's step back here.
What's going on?
So, 1, you're revoked, right? And 2...
I'm sitting
okay,
right here.
turn around and face the car for me. This one. Here, relax.
All I want to do is just burn.
Okay, here. I'll let you... Listen, I'm being respectful, man, but you're doing a lot here. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. I'll talk to you in a second.
Bro,
Listen, I'll talk to you here. Put your hands behind your back, okay?
Is it a traffic one or what?
No, I'll talk to you in a second. Hey, Bree, can you come back here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put this one behind your back. Here.
Hold on, man.
All right, so listen up. State Farm was trying to charge me $197 for car insurance. No, thank you. I got a friend who told me about this website.
Hey, why are you... Stop it. Put your hands behind your back. Claudia, can we get another unit? Who's resisting?
Bro, make sure I got some money.
Stay in the car. Get your hand out of your...
Make sure I got my money, bro.
Okay, I'll get your money. I'm telling you, stop reaching.
Just relax, man. Just relax, man. If it's your money, it's just relax, dude.
Hands behind your back.
All I wanted was my money, bro.
Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
hand, dude.
That's it. Give me the other hand.
Here.
You got it?
Just make sure I got my money, bro, because I know how business is.
Just stay in the car, okay?
I'm just making sure I have my money, bro.
What you got on you?
Nothing, bro. My money.
Yeah,
My money, bro. That's it. 500-600. That's it.
Get her out and put her in handcuffs. Dude, why?
This is my money, bro. That's it.
No one's gonna take your money.
I was making sure that it wasn't, make sure I had.
Bag.
You ain't see me. Sure enough, I ain't went nowhere. I would have ran.
Just like that.
What?
Bring your legs up to your knees. There you go. You're under arrest right now, for one, for revoked, and
Bro,
two, for
I was
resisting.
sitting down, bro. You pulled me over, I was already sitting down. I was, bro. Come on, bro. Don't do that to me, bro.
On this side.
Bro,
We would talk about it.
I had my money, bro.
That's fine.
It, bro.
But
They don't give a f***, bro.
I was being really nice to you.
I know, bro.
And then you...
Yeah, what?
Hey, just sit back.
Get the f*** out of here.
Take your shoe.
Sit back.
Put your shoes.
Get the f*** out of here, bro. Hell, bro.
Gun his boot.
Yeah.
It's like crack. I know.
All right, dude. Hey, it's just no. You're good. You're good. You're good. Here, listen to me. I'm gonna read your rights, okay? And then we can talk. But you made this a lot more difficult than it needed to be. Simple traffic stop. You're driving revoked. That's literally what it could have been. You know what would have happened? You would have went to the PD, got paperwork, and got cut loose and couple tickets. But now you're gonna go to jail for resisting.
I wasn't resisting, bro. I wasn't trying to run, bro.
But why reach into your pants, bro? No one's gonna take your money. Did I show you anything that was gonna take your money? I'm not known to take anyone's money. All right, I'm gonna read your rights, okay? Just listen to me for a second. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court of law. You understand your right? Yeah? All right, here, talk to me. Is there anything in the car, man? Any illegal contraband? Is there any dope in there? No?
No.
There's nothing in there? McCall, is there anything inside the vehicle that I should be aware of? Yes?
Nothing.
Nothing? There's no weed in the car?
No weed, bro.
No weed? No methamphetamine? Can I search the car?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Then we can talk here in a second, okay?
Officers proceed to search the vehicle. A $10 bill was found stuffed between the driver's seat and the center console. However, no residue of any kind of controlled substance was found on it. Officers then located multiple concealment locations throughout the vehicle. The rear driver's seat and passenger seat were both removable. The front vents on the passenger side were also removable. Officers also find 2 composition notebooks in the back seat with chemical components written in them, along with the title Stimulant Plants written inside. No other contraband was located inside the vehicle. The officer who initiated the stop then began questioning the woman who was with the male suspect. She stated she didn't have any concealed items on her. She then advised that the suspect had concealed narcotics inside his pants. She said when the officer first activated his lights, the male suspect asked her to conceal the crack cocaine inside her own pants, but she refused. Then he told her to look out for him while he concealed it inside of his rectum. The officer returns to the male suspect with this newfound information.
All right. We're gonna go back to the PD. I'm gonna check inside your pants because that's what you were reaching for. Okay.
This cool. I ain't got no problem with that.
That's fine. Or you want to do it here? I know you got something in your pants.
All right. Here, go ahead. Check.
We're gonna actually go back to the PD. We'll do that there.
Bro,
So,
just do it here,
what you
bro.
got? What you got in your
Please do
pants?
it. I swear to God, just check me, bro. Just check. I'll take all my clothes off right now. Everything off right now.
You'll take off your clothes, everything.
Everything right now, bro. Right now, bro.
You ain't got anything in your pants?
Nothing that. Man, bro, I just want to show you, bro. I ain't even got to say nothing.
Step back here. We'll go to the side. Most people don't have their pants undone for no reason.
After searching for a minute, the officer decides it's best to do the search at the jail.
Well, I'm not gonna strip search you on the side of the road.
Bro, you feel something in my pants? Bro, what you feel in my pants, bro? Whatever you feel in my pants, grab it, bro.
That's fine. No, I'm not gonna do that here, out in public here. The little baggie, is that the only thing you got?
The who?
The little baggie that fell out of your shoes, is that the only thing you got?
What baggie?
Okay, dude, come on, man. Now you're playing games with me.
You said a baggie fell out?
Yep. You even
Got it.
Left a piece of it in your shoes in here.
Get the hell out of here, bro. You should have went on the ground, Aki?
What's up?
You sure that went on the ground, Aki?
That wasn't on the ground.
You sure it went on the ground?
That's fine. Here.
Aki!
Kick your shoes. Kick your foot in.
Aki!
Yep, I'll talk to you. Here. I'll come and talk to you, dude.
Do not pay your car insurance bill. I repeat, do not pay your bill yet. So I found this website and look at the difference. $233 a month. I thought this was the best they could do. Don't even look anywhere else. This is the best price, right? Wrong. Now look at my new price. $50 a month for 2 cars. I'm even covered if they steal my cars. And I didn't have to deal with any annoying insurance agents. So many insurance companies do this, you guys. They push our rates up and make us pay even more. So if you want to try this website, I put the link below. It took like 2 minutes. It was super fast. You gotta trust me on this. Just try it out.
EVE Online is a vast universe, alive with the unrelenting activity and combined history of its players. Pursuing lives of adventure, warfare, and prosperity, they share this existence in the biggest single shard, free-to-play MMO of all time. Set 21,000 years in the future, EVE takes place in a distant cluster of over 7,000 star systems known as New Eden. It is a rich and diverse universe featuring densely populated havens of relative safety governed by 4 great empires. Hostile systems where player alliances make the rules. Even regions of anomalous and unexplored space that hold their own secrets. You play as a capsuleer, a revered breed of highly trained pilot, having achieved immortality through the use of cloning technology. You navigate the universe encased in an armored capsule deep within your ship, where you have complete neural control and function as one. There are hundreds of ships to fly in EVE. Everything from small, nimble craft and versatile mid-range vessels to formidable warships and colossal freighters. Each has advantages and suited roles, but all are completely customizable as you decide how to equip and arm them. What you do in New Eden is entirely up to you. EVE's immense sandbox gives you the opportunity to choose between multiple professions and activities. The key to this unique customization of your playstyle is skill training. This is a passive process, and it continues whether you are in or out of game. As a new player, you can focus on one specific area in order to quickly reach the same level of specialization as a veteran. So be adventurous and explore new avenues of development for your character, as you can always change role and reinvent yourself if desired. If you want to fight, combat in EVE can involve solo missions against non-player adversaries, or small group skirmishes, while for some, it can even be the thrill of fleeting up with thousands of fellow pilots and battling over disputed territory. If you want to explore, then the discovery of uncharted space and ancient regions that promise riches, danger, and adventure await you. You can also engage in the business of prosperity, be it industry, mining, or even interstellar piracy. The beauty of life in New Eden is that all of these activities, and many more, can be done alone or with others. A unique in-game market, unprecedented in scale and degree of player control, is the beating heart of New Eden. Players are responsible for the manufacture of almost everything you can buy or sell. The gathering and refinement of resources, the building of ships, equipment, and even some space stations. EVE's players are core to how the universe is filled and how the economy thrives. Players in EVE can band together to form corporations where they can enrich their experience, learn new elements of gameplay, and share their wealth and goals. When these player-run corporations grow to become larger entities, they can merge with other corps to form alliances. Powerful alliances regularly compete for control and influence over large areas of space, waging wars and engaging in record-breaking battles. Even taking down well-defended, sprawling, player-built space stations. In the spirit of exploration and mystery, new content and experiences are constantly introduced into the universe, with over a decade of free expansions leading to continual development and evolution of gameplay. While every action and decision has consequences for the universe and its hundreds of thousands of players, the game remains very much about your unique adventure and story. A story that will forever be woven into the fabric of EVE.
The officer returns to the female suspect yet again. As he opened her door, he observed a clear plastic baggie with a brown-like substance inside of it on the floorboard of her back seat. He retrieved the clear plastic baggie and asked if the baggie belonged to her, and she stated yes while advising that the baggie contained heroin. She said it was inside her small pant pocket. A field test provided a positive result for heroin. She said she met up with the male suspect, and he sold her 1 gram of heroin for $160. She advised they then snorted cocaine inside his vehicle, and she also snorted heroin as well. She also said she has purchased heroin and crack cocaine from the male suspect on numerous occasions. While officers haven't yet found any narcotics inside the male's vehicle, the many secret compartments that are located throughout the vehicle lead them to believe there is indeed something in there they haven't found yet. The officer returns to the suspect to inform him of their plans for his vehicle.
Hey, so here's what's gonna happen, okay? Your car's gonna get towed. It's gonna have an investigative hold on it. We're gonna literally tear your car apart because there's definitely something in that car. What you got on your person. So here's the thing. What you got in the car, dude? Like, be honest. Otherwise, like, your car is literally, we're gonna, like, take it apart. There's so many...
Bro, I just bought that car, bro.
Just like that? There's no way you bought that car just like that.
I just bought that car,
There's no
bro.
way. You bought the car a month ago, but it was not like that. The doors were not pried open.
That's how they sold me that car like that, bro. I've been trying to get it fixed, bro. I'm telling you, I might seem like I'm lying right now, bro, but that's how I bought the car, bro. That's how I bought the car.
There's so many hidden freaking traps in that car. All those traps is consistent with someone who's literally moving narcotics and using it as hidden traps. I'm just telling you, here. So, where's the crack and coke that you had?
Bro, I swear to you, bro. I just bought that car.
You just bought that car?
Yes.
I'm asking you because there's something in that car, and I know there is. Listen, My intuitions, man, they're always right. Always right. So I'm giving you the opportunity.
I'm gonna tell you. Look, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro.
And I want you to be honest. I'm not. I don't want you to lie to me.
Ain't nothing in that car, bro.
No, you're lying.
Bro, listen, bro.
Listen.
Okay. Listen, bro.
Pocket. She said the last thing.
Aki, out, bro. No gay stuff. I will show you my behind, bro. And I'll show you ain't nothing in my behind, bro.
I don't believe you, dude.
I will show you my behind. No homo.
Okay.
No homosexual
No
stuff.
homo, man. I'm not here about the business.
I will show you, bro.
My thing
right
is,
now,
I know
bro.
you have the stuff on you, so my thing is, you tell me where it is, and we go about our business.
You know I had something on me?
Yeah, bro. Come on.
So I'm going to jail?
You are gonna go to jail. Yep.
For what?
Resisting, driving revoked, possession,
Bro,
control. So that's it. Kick your foot in.
The male suspect was transported to Rock Island County Jail on no bond and was strip searched there with negative results. From the entire incident, the only drug-related item that was found was the small baggie of 0.28 grams of heroin that was found with the female suspect, which she claimed she purchased from the male. The incident report indicates that the item that fell out of the male suspect's boot when officers first put him in the squad car was actually a small white napkin that was wet and too small and soaked to field test. The suspect had been previously arrested in January of 2022 for manufacturing and delivery of controlled substance charges, and again in March of 2021 for a weapon charge and possession of a controlled substance. The male suspect was charged with driving with a revoked driver's license, possession of controlled substance with intent to manufacture or deliver, resisting, obstructing, disobeying a traffic control device, and operation of an uninsured motor vehicle. He is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Opioid addiction doesn't have one face or one story, but there's always that moment when you feel sick, when you feel like you're losing control, when you know something has to change. With QuickMD, you can take back control. Connect with a doctor online and start safe, trusted Suboxone treatment from the privacy of home. Stop cravings, stop withdrawals, start living again. Every story deserves a new chapter. Start yours today at quick.md.
Body cam footage shows the aftermath of an enraged and wealthy driver who rammed his Porsche into a traffic control construction worker.
He comes to a stop, and then I'm like, all right, bet. So I stop like this to stand in front of him, and then he continues to accelerate into my legs to get me to move out the way, and he's like looking at me like yelling, and that's when I got mad. I was
you're yelling at him to stop.
Yeah, I'm like, you need to stop. Yeah, but he could like. I understand when somebody lets go of their brakes and then their car hits you a little bit. This dude pushed my legs in with his car. Like,
I need any medical.
No. Trust me. I've been
but the car definitely did hit you.
But he hit me like he stepped on the gas to get the fuck out of his way, and that's what he was implying.
Even after, I know this is stupid because we're between this is a crash hit and run, and between this is like an aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
Yeah, so
it goes from one criminal charge to another criminal charge. One's felony,
so I had him.
So I'm just trying to make sure I have all the elements.
Yeah, so I have like the whole crew of people that seen it down there because they was all on the equipment, so they watched all of this go down, and they were like, "Yo, what the f is he doing?" So I said, "Stop."
Yeah.
He pushes his car right up on my legs and tries to move me out my way. And then that's when I'm like, yo, you're seriously gonna fucking hit me with your car right now? And then he's like, oh, like, I need to go and turn left here. Like, I need to turn left. And I'm like, bro, I don't care. You're not gonna hit me with your car trying to meet me out your way. And then he was like, oh, I didn't mean to. And I was like, no, bro, that's not
so you let him know that he hit you?
Yeah, I let him know. I let him know that
I didn't
my legs. Yeah, and then he drove off. So
all right, so it sounds like this is more of an aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. Is that how you want to pursue with things? You want to pursue with charges for that?
I mean, to be honest with you, yeah, I just don't have any, like, I'm not physically hurt. So, I mean, but if that still counts under it, then
if we have witnesses and you're saying that the vehicle did touch you.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I'm not doubting you on that at all. That dude drove his whole hood into my leg and tried to push me like with his car for a second, and I was like, bro.
All right, you can use the back of my car. I just need basic information here at the top. Just explain the whole situation. You're here directing traffic, and then what happened after that. I mean, be as clear as like the stuff I told you to repeat. Just kind of repeat that in there.
After finding the location of the possible suspect at a nearby home, an officer checks with the residents there.
Hello? You Donald? They're Donald that resides here, that drives that?
Yes.
Come here. Where is he?
Augie.
Is he friendly?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, hold on.
All right.
Okay, here. Come here. Hello. How are you?
Good. I just got some questions for you today. Before I ask the questions, I gotta read you something from this card. I'm Deputy Lane with the Flagler County Sheriff's Office. I'm here investigating an aggravated battery. I have to read you the back of the card now. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used as evidence against you. Do you understand these rights?
Sure.
Okay. With these rights in mind, are you still willing to talk to me?
Gee, I don't know. I don't even know what this is about.
I said it's in reference to an investigation for an aggravated battery.
Me?
Yes.
Again, I don't even know. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Charlie 111 Flagler. I'm 1012 with my suspect. I mean, it's a yes or no. Are you still willing to talk to me?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I don't know what we're talking about.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So earlier today, were you driving that Porsche?
I was.
Were you on Camino del Rey with all that construction going on?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Do you mind just telling me what happened with the person directing traffic, if you know what I'm talking about?
I do. I think I do.
Okay.
They wouldn't allow us to turn left there.
Mm-hmm.
There was there was a lot of commotion. Traffic was going through real fast, and a lot of different things going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, "Can I go straight?" And he said yes. So I went straight and then come back down so I could turn into this, make a left turn in there, because they weren't allowing us. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Okay.
Yeah.
So I went that way, and sure enough, there was a lot of traffic there, so we waited. So we all waited a little while longer, and finally it went to slow in that lane. So I pulled out, and what you're talking about, there was a fella, when I started going down, hoping that I'd get down there and make that left turn because all this equipment was parked there. So when I went down there, I could see a fella come out. There was one guy on the left and another one came out on the right side, and he came running up to me like this, and he ran up to the hood of my car.
Yeah.
And he ran right up to the hood of my car.
Yeah.
And he hit my car. I was stopping at the time. So I walked around to the window, and he says, "What are you trying to run over me?" And I said, "No, I'm sorry if you thought that. I was stopping. You ran up to my car, and I was moving slow. I mean, it was maybe 1 mile an hour because we were almost stopped. I mean, I didn't hit that person, if that's where you're going with all this. He ran right up to the car and hit the front of the car."
So that it wasn't your intention to hit him?
Of course not.
Because, I mean, he's claiming that he had you stopped, and then you revved your engine and went into him, and I have 2 witnesses also corroborating that story.
Other workers there?
Yeah.
No, I never. He came right up to me, and
Was anybody in the car with you?
no.
It was just you? Okay.
And he came right up to me, and I think he hit the car, and he said, "Stop." And the car might have moved right there. He was running. I mean, he was not running fast, but he was coming up there like that, and he got out of the car. And, I mean, why would I run over somebody? I mean, that's just somebody maybe is looking, I'm driving a nice car, maybe taking advantage of the situation. But
I can see if he just claimed that we had no other witnesses, but I mean the other witnesses' stories were almost exactly the same, and I spoke to them, separately, making sure I'm doing my due diligence with the investigation here. And they both described the same exact incident, that you came out into oncoming traffic, not listening to that.
It wasn't not listening.
I know, it's not oncoming. No, I know it's not oncoming traffic. It was down to 1 lane,
Yes.
but it was still a lane that you weren't supposed to be in at that time. And they said you were impatient. You came out and then you stopped, and then he's waving you down, told you to stop, and then he's waiting for the other traffic, and then that's when you hit him with the car.
There was no other traffic, and I didn't hit him with the car. He ran up to the car. I mean, with the confusion going on, the car could have lunged a little bit, but nothing like I gave it the gas and tried to run him over or anything like that.
Okay.
That's
It's not like a manual transmission or anything like
Pardon
that?
me?
It's not a manual transmission? It's automatic?
It's automatic.
Okay, all right.
They had all sorts of aggravated people trying to turn around on the road, trying to go that
I understand.
way.
All right.
It was a
If
mess.
you wouldn't mind with me just standing at the end of the driveway, we're going to have the victim come and drive by and see if he can identify you.
Okay.
So if you wouldn't mind just standing over here in the grass, it'd be appreciated.
Claiming he was hurt or something like that, or
He's not claiming he was hurt, but he was claiming he was hit by a car. And in the state of Florida, that counts as aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. The way he and two other third-party witnesses are stating it happened is you were impatient, you came out, and you saw that he was there, and then you revved your engine and kept claiming you need to get around him, and then that's when you struck him with the vehicle, pushing him back.
When he was there, he was in front of the car. He stopped, so I couldn't go anywhere, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I tried to explain to him, I'm just trying to turn left into this intersection.
I understand, but when somebody in a yellow jacket who's directing traffic around, construction going on, you need to abide by the traffic control devices that they have set up.
Well, it was confusing because it had turned
111 on 3.
slow. It had turned too slow, and then the sign went to slow, and I couldn't tell how many cars.
10-4.
There were other cars that were workers in that lane.
Okay, just stand right there for me, okay?
Still stay here?
Yes, just until the patrol car passes by.
Did he explain to you what we're doing?
Yeah, he said. He said that I'm pretty much gonna identify him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is right there on that little bend before we came in, or not I guess on that side if we would have kept going straight. This is where he actually did it, and then he said he had to turn in left. He was freaking out saying he had to turn left.
Officers then conducted a show-up as part of their investigation. These are used in instances when a suspect is apprehended in close proximity to the crime and within a reasonable time frame. In addition to location and timing, if the physical description reasonably matches the suspect, a show-up may be performed. During a show-up, multiple procedures will take place. The victim and/or witness will be transported to an appropriate location to identify the suspect. In the case of multiple victims and/or witnesses, they must be separated. Victims and/or witnesses will be notified beforehand that the suspect may or may not be the perpetrator. Immediately after the show-up, the victim or witness should provide a statement about their level of confidence in the identification. People involved are prohibited from making any suggestive remarks that may sway the identifier one way or the other, and the show-up must be thoroughly documented regarding each and every detail.
I mean, he's got his glasses off, but yeah, it's the same shirt, and it's literally the same hair.
Alright, so are you 100%?
Yeah, it was literally the exact same Porsche. The only thing that's different now is he doesn't have his sunglasses on, and I think he was wearing a black hat too, but I don't think he's got that on either.
So the only difference, he just doesn't have his...
He just doesn't have the glasses and the hat on, but the same gray hair, the same face, the same shirt.
I mean, based on the witness statements, based on the victim identifying you as driving the Porsche that he photographed, hitting him, I have probable cause to make an arrest for a aggravated battery.
Craziest thing I've ever like he was hit with a car.
Okay, I just got a few more questions for you. Do you know what year it is?
Do I know what year it is?
Yes, I know they're going to sound crazy. It's just something I have to put in my report.
1922.
Do you know who the President of the United States is?
Biden.
Do you have any weapons on you? Anything I should be aware of?
No.
Okay. No knives?
money or whatever. The other person just call and don't say nothing. I've gotten 3 calls, really 4, within the same week. Now, I look deeper into
First off, who is Mike? Where you get Mike from?
He is the one that, hold on, I wrote it down. Is it Mike Larry?
I'm saying, like, was Mike in the kitchen? Was Mike?
Look at it. You need to take this information down and look at it.
I'm saying, was Mike? Was Mike? Who?
This person, this white guy that I'm talking about, is a president.
Okay.
Of this company, which is Intel.
Okay.
And he owns, what is it? Is it IBM? He owns IBM. But he's over Snapchat and he's over.
Okay, but tell me this. Like, what does this have to do with Kanika?
Because they're joking about it. They were there.
Hold up. He was there, like, at the time of the crime or what?
Right.
Are you, hold on. How sure are you that he was there?
I've been reviewing their pictures all day today. These people, those white people that walked into the building.
Right.
The luggage and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. They're from the what do you call it?
He what?
Where they come and get body parts.
Okay.
Okay. The guy in the striped shirt has a striped shirt on. Here's a picture from the company that he works with in Chicago. Organ donors, I forgot the name of the company. I didn't write that down today because I've been writing so quickly. Go to this here, GIFFARI.
Okay.
And RAFSANJAANI.
Okay.
Okay, that's one person to look into. The other one is Joel Combs. JOELCOMM. He's the owner of IBM.
So why would these guys target Kanika Jenkins out of everybody in that hotel?
Listen, they said on that piece of, they said they got a picture of Mona Lisa talking about her hair was all messed up. It's in the chat. It's chat. There's another guy that I get to. He's a police officer. His name is Paul Manning. See, I'm giving this information. I'm trying to give quickly.
I'm listening to you. I'm driving. I'm on the E-way driving to a video shoot, but I'm listening to you at the same time. Keep talking.
Okay, it's Paul Manning. You gotta look into him. It's MOBINFILTRATOR. That's another person to look.
Okay, and these are suspects, right?
Correct.
Okay, I got a question for you. Why out of everybody, why you coming to Zach TV instead of going to the police officers?
Because Zach, you said that you wanted to do this here.
Right.
You wanted to solve this here. I'm by myself. I don't have anybody. You just don't know.
Okay, tell me, do any of the friends have anything to do with it? Because I believe they don't have shit to do with it.
Oh, I believe they got a lot to do with it.
Whoa. You said the friends got something to do with it?
I think they do.
What the fuck? Where you get, like...
The hand sign, I've been watching how the Illuminati, how the Baphomet, you know how they do their hands.
Hey, hold on. First off, why did you call me? First off, I don't know how the fuck you got my number. No disrespect. I don't know.
I got your number off of the Twitter account. You had it in the Twitter account.
Nah, my business number is on Instagram. Instagram.
That's it. It was on Instagram.
So, and you call, hold on. You called me private because you don't want the police to get your number, right?
This is the thing. They've been watching me the whole time. They've been watching off of my tablet and my smart TV. They keep sending me kind of little messages. They're into the phone. Do you understand the company that did this whole thing? The man that's involved in this here, him and his friends, they're joking about this here situation on the night. They got the dates on there.
Wow. This is crazy.
It's deeper than what you think. I keep on trying to talk to somebody.
Okay.
I'm just like frustrated. I'm frustrated because they keep calling my house.
Hold on.
Because listen, there are cameras in these smart TVs. There's technology that we don't even know about. You understand? They even tell you it's in your phone. Those black screens, it's in your phone. There's a camera. They're watching you every day.
So why are you a prime suspect over the case? I don't get it.
Why am I a prime suspect?
I mean, not a suspect. Why are they on your ass so bad? Because you know all this information?
Because I keep on searching into things and pulling it up, and every time that I pull it up, I'm getting a message sent back to me through my iPad. Then I got a phone call today.
Hello?
From Taniqua Shaw, 706. I mean, I don't know no Taniqua Shaw. I was discussing it with somebody over the phone, and then all of a sudden, my home phone rings Tanisha Shaw.
That's crazy.
Thank you.
So basically, out of everybody in the world, you went to my Instagram, you say, okay, Zach is over the Kanika case, or I don't know how the fuck you come about, but you like.
I watched your videos. I ended up seeing one of your videos, and you said that no matter what it takes, you were going to a school and you were putting on your shoes and said, no matter what it takes, I'm going to solve this case. I'm not asking for no money. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. I said, let me call Zach. Let me see if I can find Zach. Because I was going to get in touch with, Jedediah.
But you know the video, the video. This was scaring me, ma'am. The video you're talking about, I put it on a Kanika Jenkins discussion group on Facebook. That video is not on YouTube. I asked you earlier, are you in a Facebook group are you in a Kanika group on Facebook? You said no. Hold up, listen. You said no. So I'm like, how the fuck she know about the video? How did you see it?
I've been watching videos all through everybody else's videos.
Okay.
I've been watching so many videos. And it's just, they put yours in there. They add yours in there. They add, what Mike talking about Larry. He's talking about getting off. So he stopped talking about Kanika at all. I couldn't get him. I couldn't get his number.
Okay. This shit is getting a little spooky, man.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. Cause there's two other guys that's on there talking about her with these men that I gave you.
I just don't understand why would they target her out of everybody?
I don't know.
Okay, and you're saying that we should not take our eyes off the friends?
Don't take your eyes off of them. And I heard today on one of the sites, it said that Monifa left town.
Monifa.
And she said she was taking a plane.
I really don't know the details on how she traveled.
That's what I'm saying. And she was just the other day showing all the money that she had to her friends and stuff. I'm just like, well, where'd you get that money?
I mean, it's Chicago. She could have finessed, or she could have worked a job. Who knows?
Right. Yep.
So I don't know. I'm kind of lost at the call that you know what I'm saying, that you reached out. You got me. No, you got me a little nervous now. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's deeper than what you think, because I was, you know, when I got started looking at the pictures and putting it together, it reminded me, and they keep on saying it too. Get Out. The town. The whole town is connected.
Okay.
Which we already know. That guy is a family member, the one that brought that body out of there.
He's a family member?
The managers, the hotel, they're supposed to be family. They own a mortuary.
Okay.
A pet mortuary, too.
What?
A pet mortuary.
Okay.
And how is it that, see, I looked into Selena. Selena is out of California. Her friend is out of California. Now, with her friend being on drugs, on heavy drugs, you can't be a donor.
Okay.
And with you having surgery, you have to be there to have the surgery. You have to be there for a fresh.
Yo, so ma'am, hold up. I'm kind of lost because this, like, I'm headed somewhere. You just had me pull over and park. I don't know where the fuck I'm at. No, listen, but who? First off, let's start from the beginning. You just called me from a private number. Who are you? What's your name?
Oh, sorry.
Who are you?
I don't want my name out there. I don't want my name out there.
But ma'am, I'm holding
I just told you my name is Tanya.
Tanya?
Yes.
Okay, now, what's your whole ordeal with the situation?
I have just only been looking into the case ever since I heard about it. I've been watching the videos.
Are you trying to hide your identity?
No, I'm not trying to hide my identity to that. I'm just saying I'm looking at these white people that have talked about it online. And nobody's looking into them. And they're laughing at us.
Who killed Kanika?
I can't tell you who killed her. I don't know. The only thing I know is I read their information between their little selves with their friends talking about what happened on Saturday night with the drunk girl. Hair all messed up. Go and look at their sites. Look at the people that Joel is talking to.
Who? Oh my God. Okay, ma'am. This why I'm getting scared, ma'am. You tell you.
Zach,
listen.
I would tell you to step back.
No, whoa. You said leave the case alone?
Listen, it's deeper than what we think.
Yes or no? Leave the case alone.
Leave it alone.
I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna take your advice.
Leave it alone for your safety.
Wow.
Leave it alone.
Okay. You I ain't gonna lie, you fucking scaring me. I ain't scared of shit, but you scaring me.
But I'm saying, Zach, it's deeper than what we think it is. And they want us to step back. That's why the police, the FBI, none of them have stepped in. Because they're connected. And when you have money, you can do anything you want to do.
So what you gotta, hey, listen, for somebody that's saying, oh, this is some bullshit, this isn't real, what do you got to say to people that don't believe this is true?
Oh. I would just say open your eyes and stay prayerful. I'm serious. Open your eyes and stay prayerful. Watch over your children, your family members. Watch over them.
Okay, so you saying do not, so I should never talk about the case again? Don't put
Don't even go into it because they're watching you. You have an account
Okay. Okay. And once it
Like I said, if you look into Joel Coleman, you'll stop.
Okay. So okay, I'm gonna fall back from the case, ma'am. You know, I haven't been posting anything on Facebook because for some reason I'm blocked from Facebook. So
They're blocking everybody. They blocked me.
Oh, hold up, you're blocked.
They've been blocking me for comments.
Wow.
That's why I said. And every time I put something in, I'm getting a threat. I need to shut up. I'm getting a threat. Well, those that are coming and telling and getting the information out there, I would say, those that are getting the information out there and getting it right, they're blocking you.
So is that why I was blocked off Facebook?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So tell me this, and you say you will not go to the cops, correct?
I'm not going.
So, okay, cause are you from Chicago?
No, I'm not.
You don't want to give out your city and state, do you?
No.
Okay.
Because if they want to trace you, they're going to trace you, regardless. They're going to trace you.
Wow. Okay.
I don't have any accounts. I don't have Facebook. I don't have any of those Twitters. None of that stuff. None of it.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So you're basically saying this is deeper than what we know, and we should all fall back.
Step back.
Step back. Don't talk about it no more.
Don't do it.
Okay. I don't know. At first, I thought this was some bullshit. Like, who the fuck is calling my phone? This is my business phone too, and I'm like, who calling? And then you saying a lot of shit that kind of, like, you know what I'm saying, is kind of shaking me up. Like, step back. Somebody else, a lot of people told me fall back from this case, finish fucking with rappers and shit, you know? But now you saying people watching me, they watching everybody is.
Well, see, you got Snapchat and you have your Twitter account.
Right.
The person, Joel Coleman, COMM, he's the owner.
He's the owner of this social media site?
Yes. Yes.
So is that the guy that's in it, hold up. In the video, it's the coroner and it's the young guy and he put something in his jacket. Who is that guy?
The coroner is related to the hotel manager.
What? This shit getting...
He's getting an award from one of the companies that harvest bodies in Chicago.
Wow. Hey, can I ask you, what's your name again, ma'am? Tanya. I'm gonna say this. I received literally probably like 7 to 8 other anonymous phone calls with people threatening me and saying, leave this fucking case alone, you nigger. This has nothing to do with you. You're putting your nose in other people's business. And now and everybody's been calling private except one number. It was a number that I couldn't call back. You know, it was like a 15 digit number telling me, shut the fuck up, never to release the footage that I have, never to talk about it. So I don't even post about it. But now, you know what I'm saying, you're shaking me up. I think that everybody just giving me warnings to just drop it, you know?
Yes.
Wow.
For your safety, I would say yes, step back, baby.
Okay.
Step back.
Okay.
Because if the mama really wants to find out what's up with her baby, I would be out there fighting to find out what's happened to my child.
Tell me this. I got one more.
You look at her. And you look at how she's smiling. Hey, Live. It gets on my last nerve. Hey, Live. I can't stand it. It's all about her. She's not thinking about that baby.
I got one more question. How are you getting threats if your account is disabled?
Phone numbers, you can trace phone numbers.
So you were getting threats through your phone?
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Once they get a phone number, they can tap you into whatever you're doing, whatever you're saying. We're on this computer thing. They are hooked in to you. They know exactly what you're doing, where you at, where you're going.
Okay.
Just step back, Zach.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. Enough said. I'm done with the case. I'm done with the case. You don't have to worry about me posting shit on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat about the Kenneka Jenkins case. Nothing. I wanted to post. It's crazy because Sunday I wanted to put some. I wasn't even gonna talk about it. I was just gonna post it from this lady page I'm on Facebook. I was gonna post me and Irene, but do not do that.
Don't even do that. I would say, for me, if it were me, I would make more copies and send them out to different places. People that you can trust. Put it in a safety deposit box. Anything. So when it does hit the fan, you'll know. But I would step back.
Okay.
I would step back. Because I've heard online, too, that they have went into different people's places and taken their computers and all this other stuff.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
See, they have the technology. They hear me. They hear me talking due to the fact that everything in your home, those TVs, everything, I'm serious. I am so serious. Have cameras, can hear you, recording, they hear you. You got a smart TV, they hear you.
Okay.
But look at Joel Comey. Look at him. Pull up his Twitter account.
Wow. Wow, this is crazy.
And this the guy that worked at the hotel, that's that GIFFAR.
Uh-huh.
At RAFSANJAANI.
Okay.
They're friends. He's the security guard.
Okay. Wow.
And I feel for you all in Chicago. Because the police officer that was on there, Paul Manning,
okay,
through Joel Comey, they're talking with one another. He's talking about the martial law that's finna come down on everybody.
Wow.
And there's a sick man on here. It's called Medical Guide. He calls himself Medical Guide.
So what's the biggest information you found out about this case so far?
I don't have to. I'm looking at what they're doing and what they're saying. Just by their words and their hint to one another as they're conversating with one another, that they enjoyed their time on the 9th.
Okay.
And that they say she had a good time partying up, being drunk.
Right.
And they have a picture of Mona Lisa with her hair all messed up, just like they said Kenneka's hair was messed all up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talk about the autopsy.
Talk about the autopsy?
Like, what do you feel about the autopsy?
I feel as though they had her in that room because I was reviewing a tape today where they were going in and out this room, and the security guard came in with some pillows and sheets and stuff. Why is the security guard going in and out of the room with pillows pushing a cart.
Okay.
Why are these people with luggage, with half of them with nothing in it? Half of them with nothing in it. You hear what I'm saying? Following that blonde-headed girl down the hallway.
Mm.
And the man in that striped shirt is the head person.
Wow.
Following her. Now, he came out today talking about they had 4 or 5 rooms. And they said 5 people came up missing.
Right.
So, did they have several people working in different rooms?
I don't. You know an awful lot, ma'am.
I've been watching videos. I don't have nothing to do. I have nothing to do.
Yeah, it don't sound right. I'm a parent. I've been young before, and it's not sounding right. It don't sound right, period. That's why I came out here myself, because and then it sounded like they had been drinking, you know, honestly.
Yeah.
And I asked them, did she drink? And they said she had only 1 cup, you know. But okay, my daughter ain't the type that normally, she can't even take liquor. Her liquor level is just like mine. We can't take liquor. We cannot take liquor. We take a sip of liquor, we drunk, honestly.
No, I completely understand.
And I'm like, 1 cup is too much for her, you know?
What exactly happened to 19-year-old Kanika Jenkins? I'm Shut Up Trisha, and this is my investigation. It wasn't unusual for Kanika to link up with her homegirls, as regular teenage girls do. Sometimes they just rode around town, as we see in this video, and other times they were just chilling at the crib, as we see here. But on Friday, September 8th, 2017, this clique didn't realize it would be their last time linking up, leaving still almost 10 years later, a lot of unanswered questions. So on this particular night, Kanika borrowed the car from her mom. She reportedly didn't tell her mom that she was going to a hotel party, but instead said she and the girls were going bowling then to the movies. Look, we listen and we don't judge. Remember, she was 19 years old, and I know at that age, I for sure was going to hotel parties, and I for sure was not telling my mom where I was going. So there is no judgment there. We've all been there. So Kanika left her house around 11 p.m., and she and the girls arrived at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Rosemont, Illinois at about 1:13 a.m. We can see when they arrived in this hotel security video. Now, the party looked pretty lit. There were more than 20 people there. They were there, I guess, to celebrate someone's birthday. There were so many social media posts going around where we could see Kanika. Take a look, she's right there in her denim outfit. So at about 3 a.m., the girls were ready to go, and this is when the story gets a little murky as far as what transpired. But look, as a journalist, I'm going to share with you the timeline that I was able to confirm through various police reports as well as interviews that I heard. But then I'll also get into some of the conspiracy theories a little later on in this video, because there's so much out there about what people think really happened. But let's get into what I could confirm. So as the girls are about to leave, they realize Kanika left her belongings in the room. That included her cell phone, as well as her car keys. Don't forget, they got there through Kanika's mom's car, meaning they kind of need the keys to be able to leave. So the girls leave Kanika to go retrieve the items. According to Kanika's mom in an interview, there were conflicting reports as to where exactly they left Kanika. First, she was told they left Kanika in the lobby. And then later on, she was told, no, they left Kanika by the door in the hallway. Where exactly did they leave Kanika? Nonetheless, what we do know is that Kanika was left alone, and that was the last time her friends saw her alive. What happened to Kanika? It was later discovered through security camera, which the family fought really hard to see. Here's the timeline of what police say happened. At 3:25 a.m., Kanika was seen on this security cam exiting a lower level elevator. She continues to walk around this level. And at 3:32 a.m., we see what is the last known video of Kanika, who is now in an unused kitchen walking around. She then allegedly walked into a freezer, which is out of frame. So as Kanika is on this lower level walking around, her friends reportedly were trying to find her. They actually went to the front desk of the hotel and asked for help. But instead of the hotel offering any assistance, they threatened to kick them out. So at about 4 a.m., Kanika's friends called her mom. They said that they had Kanika's car keys and they also had her cell phone, but no Kanika in sight.
So I asked them, I said, y'all, wait, hold on. You have my car keys and her cell phone? I knew something wasn't right.
So Kanika's mom and family raced the Crown Plaza Hotel, but the hotel also didn't offer them any assistance. They reportedly said it was a police matter. So at 7:14 a.m., Kanika's mom called 911. Take a listen to that phone call. It's about 10 minutes long, so I shortened it a bit, but you can get a listen to what she said and what police said to her.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
Yes, I'm at the Crown Plaza at O'Hare Airport, and I was calling because my daughter came to to a party here last night, a gathering with her friends, and now her friends, they said that they left her on the front of the hotel, and she's not able to be found now. She's 19 years old. And they said that when her friends was asking them earlier today, like about 4 o'clock in the morning, because they run the video cameras, they said that they didn't have no camera. But now I came and it was a lady. She said that if she heard music, and she asked me that I want to go upstairs, and we went upstairs on the 11th floor, and it was someone came to the room, and she said that she did see my daughter there with a group of girls and a couple of guys.
And they were saying that they haven't seen your daughter since she left, or?
No, I'm sorry, it's a new shift, and they said that they haven't seen her. Well, of course they wouldn't have seen her, because this is like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Do you think it's possible maybe she went to one of her friends' houses, or?
No, actually, because she had my car. She was driving my car. She know I don't like nobody to drive my car because my insurance will not pay for nobody. No one besides her. And when they went to get her cell phone, she was standing in the lobby, in the front lobby. And then when they came back down, she wasn't there anymore. I'm so sorry, Sarah. I just want to know, is it possible that maybe they can look at the camera?
I was about to say, even if I did send an officer, it would take a little bit in order for us to get the camera footage and for us to pass it on to the detectives division.
Okay. Okay. So what would you suggest?
Well, again, the only thing I would suggest maybe just give her a couple hours. She could have went somewhere with one of her other friends. I mean, and who knows what her friends are saying is true. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You could tell not to be saying. You could tell it don't sound right. I'm a parent. I've been young before, and it's not sounding right. It don't sound right. Period. That's why I came out here myself.
So even after that 911 call, the hotel still wasn't trying to help the family. They told them that they now needed some type of official police report. So at 12:46 p.m., Lenore, Kanika's sister, goes to the Rosemont Police Department to then file an official missing persons report for her sister. And thank God she did, because after she filed
One of the things students love about culinary school online with Escoffier is the toolkit. Our students can receive a starter kit of professional tools, including knives, a chef coat, and other basics to help them complete their assignments. When it comes to making culinary school available online, Escoffier has thought of everything.
$233. That's what my car insurance wanted to charge me a month. No way was I gonna let them do that. Instead, I got a quote for just $51. Listen up. Insurance companies are quoting some of the best rates that I've seen in years, and trust me, you don't want to miss out on this, because who knows how long they're gonna last, so just basically do not wait any longer. Here's what to do. Click the link below, enter your zip code and some car info. Then, let Smarter Auto track down better insurance options for you. And the best part is it only takes a few minutes and you do not need to talk to anyone on the phone. The link's below. Click it.
1:30 in the morning, she called me out. She called, wake me up, talking about some TJ. She say, I know you sleep. I know you got to work in the morning. She say, but let me tell you something right quick. I'm like, what you talking about? What's up? She talking about some, well, my last 5 exes within the last 7 years, they died. Huh? What you talking about? She said, I wish death upon them. I said, bro, you is tripping.
So look, before we get into what I'm about to share with you today, I need you to understand something. What you're about to hear is going to sound unbelievable, but we have video evidences to back it up. It's about a 29-year-old mother who told everyone around her that she wasn't going to make it to her 30th birthday. 2 months later, she was gone. Now, I know what some of you are thinking right now. You're thinking this is going to be another one of those stories where we're going to blame the ex-boyfriend. And I'm going to be honest with you, that's where everybody went at first. Social media had this man's name in their mouth for months. But when you hear what he has to say, when you see the evidence, when you understand what was really happening in the weeks before Alexis Ware disappeared, you're going to realize this story is so much more complicated than any of us could have imagined. Because here's what we know for sure. On January 30th, 2022, Alexis Ware pulled into a 7-Eleven gas station in Anderson, South Carolina, to meet her ex, TJ Patterson. They were doing a routine custody exchange. Their 2-year-old son, her 9-year-old daughter, nothing out of the ordinary. But when they left that gas station, when Alexis got to a red light and was supposed to follow TJ to his mother's house, she did something nobody expected. She drove around his car, sped off into the night, and nobody has seen Alexis Ware since. Her car was found 3 days later, abandoned on a dirt road in McCormick County. Her phone was inside. Her purse was inside. Her ID, her belongings, a bag of clothes, everything was there. And outside the car, lying in the grass, was the black hair bonnet she'd been wearing that night. But Alexis, she was gone. Now that's the basic story that was reported. But what the news didn't tell you, what most people don't know, is what Alexis was saying in the days before she disappeared, what she was doing, and who she was running from. Let me introduce you to Alexis Ware, because you need to understand who this woman really was before everything changed. Alexis was 29 years old, a mother of 2 beautiful children. And when I say she was about her business, I mean this woman was a go-getter. She was a hairstylist, working from her home studio. She was a makeup artist, and she had started building a pretty significant following on social media. We're talking Instagram model type content. She was cultivating her brand, and she saw an opportunity to really make something of herself. She had dreams. She had already gotten her business license. She was planning to open a clothing boutique and a hair salon in Atlanta, where her brother Travis lived. She had already gotten approved to break her apartment lease. She was buying merchandise, getting clothing racks, making plans for her future. Her mama, Alberta, told reporters that when Alexis set her mind on something, she made it happen. That was just who she was. She was living in Greenville, South Carolina at the time, in Rocky Creek Apartments. And by all accounts, Alexis was the type of woman people gravitated to. She was warm. She was kind, she was supportive. Her brother Travis described her as everything you could want in a big sister. But here's what's important. Alexis wasn't known for being dramatic. She wasn't someone who created chaos or went looking for attention. She was grounded, she was practical. She handled her business. And that's why when she started saying the things she was saying in January 2022, everybody who knew her knew something was wrong. Now let's talk about TJ Patterson, because you need to understand their relationship to understand what happened. TJ is the father of Alexis's youngest child, her 2-year-old son.
If you get stuck on a melody, or if you just feel like you can't get a song started, Output's co-producer is very dope. They make it much easier for us to either get inspiration or to help us when we just can't find that right element. Let me show you guys how this thing works. I made a really quick beat, but it doesn't sound finished. And that's where a co-producer will come in to help you out. Load co-producer up just like that. Play the beat so it can capture the sound. It will go through the full library of all the output sounds and give you suggestions on what you need to add to your track. I'm thinking of having some really lush pads. Find samples. I actually like this one right here. Drag and drop this. It went ahead and picked some sounds that could work for our track. We need something else in there. Deep synth bass. Swing that into the track. If you think co-producer is right for you, go ahead and click the link and get co-producer today. Let's go ahead and play back the beat and see what we came up with using co-producer. Peace out.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can. First up, let's talk about AI color themes. You can get any combos you want, bold and bright, minimalist and sleek, or something you didn't even think of. Just describe the vibe you want, or even use the colors of your logo, and let AI do its thing. Beautiful. Next up is the AI section creator. This is great for those website essentials like a contact section or a place to subscribe. Now, I'm running a sale, so I punch in some details, and just like that, I have a promo section. Functional and beautiful. I love it. Now, for the AI text creator. I got some products that need description, so I type in some keywords, and there it is. I've got copy that lands. Now, let's see what the AI image creator can do. Sometimes you just want to spice up your visual game. Type your idea and watch it turn into a high-quality image in seconds. You can have some real fun with this. If you need to tweak something, just brush it over, write what you want, and there it is. I may not be an artist, but that's art. If you're ready to build something you love, head to Wix.
Alexis also had a 9-year-old daughter from a previous relationship with a man known as Sosa. And here's something that stood out to me. Alexis had managed to maintain good relationships with both of her children's fathers. She understood that her kids needed stability. She understood that co-parenting worked better when everybody acted like adults. And from what people said, that's exactly what she did. Now TJ and Alexis, they had their own love story. He slid into her DMs. They clicked immediately, and Alexis couldn't help herself. She was posting about this man all over social media, talking about what he meant to her, how happy she was. You know how it is when you think you found the one. You want the whole world to know, and it seemed real. TJ was showing her affection right back. They were all over each other's pages. Then Alexis found out she was pregnant. Not just pregnant, twins. They posted about it. Everybody was celebrating because this looked like love. But life doesn't always go according to plan. During one of those routine doctor visits, they got news that broke them. They lost one of the babies. TJ posted about that pain, and you could feel it through the screen when he wrote, "This feeling I can't shake or hide, sitting in the doctor office, waiting to hear both of the twins' heartbeat. And the doctor tells you, I'm sorry, but I can't find the other one's heartbeat. Boy, like something went all over me, like half of me died right then. At first, knowing that I had twins for my firstborn was a big challenge, but it then began to grow on me, and I couldn't wait. Baby boy, I hope and pray that you get here healthy and strong. Daddy gon' call you twin. Daddy got you, baby boy." Alexis Ware. When their surviving baby boy was born, TJ stepped up, at least from what everybody could see. Pictures of him with the baby. Pictures with Alexis looking like the perfect little family. Everyone around them said TJ was a good man, a great father, treated Alexis right. But eventually things fell apart. They tried to work it out. They really did. But some things just can't be fixed. TJ left Alexis in October 2021. We're talking about 3 months before she went missing. And according to him, he hadn't been back to her apartment, not even once since he left. Now this is where the story gets interesting, because after they broke up, Alexis started acting differently. People close to her noticed changes. And then in January 2022, in those final weeks before she disappeared, Alexis started saying things that terrified everyone who heard them. But before we get into what she was saying to her family, we need to hear from TJ himself. Because on social media, this man's name was getting dragged. People were accusing him of being involved. They were calling him a suspect. They were nailing him to the cross, as he put it. And he felt like he had to defend himself. So TJ went live, and what he said in that video is going to give you the context you need to understand what was really going on with Alexis in those final days. Now I'm going to let TJ speak for himself here, because his words matter. This is what he said, and I'm going to give you his exact words.
This Thanksgiving, you can count on Kroger. You get up high quality with our exclusive brands and down low prices. Because at Kroger, quality and low prices always come together. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Parents of children who play Roblox. If your child was sexually exploited, abused, or pressured to share explicit content by someone they met on Roblox, you may qualify to file a claim. Estimated compensation varies depending on what happened and how it affected your child. For cases involving exposure to sexual materials, estimated compensation may range from $25,000 to $50,000. If your child was coerced into sending explicit content and is receiving ongoing mental health treatment, estimated compensation may range from $50,000 to $300,000. And in more serious cases, such as physical abuse, attempted rape, sexual assault, or trafficking, estimated compensation may range from $300,000 to over $1 million. Filing a claim is free, confidential, and takes just 2 to 3 minutes.
Been remaining calm too long, bro. Y'all got me messed up, man. Y'all got me messed up, real talk. Alright, check it. Why y'all out there slandering my name, saying I'm a suspect, all this, I done heard everything in the brook, man. I'm talking about, y'all done nailed me to the cross. Y'all got me messed up, bro. I'm not one of them. But check it though. So, I'm gonna run this thing all the way back before Lex went missing. You feel me? Alright. For one, me and Lex been separated. You feel me? I left Lex. Lex didn't leave me. You feel me? So boom, I left off and up there around about October. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been back up there not one time. You feel me? Not one time.
So he's establishing the timeline. They broke up in October.
So, boom, god dang on. Before Lex took this, her being missing, Lex was, I don't know, she was dealing with some kind of spiritual root shit. I don't know what was going on. She was just been talking outside her head, you know what I'm saying?
Spiritual root work. Now hold on to that, because we're gonna come back to that. But first, TJ tells us about a phone call he got from Alexis. And this phone call, this is where everything starts to make sense in the most disturbing way possible.
So Tuesday night, 1:30 in the morning, she called wake me up, talking about some, TJ, she say, I know you sleep. I know you got to work in the morning. She say, but let me tell you something right quick. I'm like, what you talking about, Lit? What's up? She talking about some, well, my last 5 exes within the last 7 years, they died. Huh? What you talking about? She said, I wish death upon them.
Now, how would you react if somebody called you at 1:30 in the morning talking like that? TJ's response was,
I said, bro, you is tripping. You know what I'm saying? You need help, man. Get off my phone. You talking crazy. I hung up. She started sending me all type of pictures of a ladybug crawling on the ceiling, what the meanings of it, her Pisces sign, all type of weird talk. You know what I'm saying?
Now, some of you might be wondering, did 5 of her exes really die? We don't have confirmation of that. What we do know is that Alexis believed it. Or at least she was saying it, and that's what matters for understanding her state of mind. TJ continues.
So she fucking around later on in the week. She thinks y'all seen all the posters she was making, talking about she won the lottery, hit the lottery, and all type of shit. So she done spending that in Augusta, at the lottery place with the kids in the car, all that.
She's posting on social media about winning the lottery, and reportedly, she spent a night at a lottery office in Augusta, Georgia with her kids in the car. Does that sound like the grounded, practical, level-headed Alexis that everybody knew? No. Something was happening to this woman. Something was changing. Now, let's get to that final weekend. The weekend before she disappeared, TJ explains.
Do not pay your next car insurance bill. Repeat, do not pay your bill yet.
So I found this website and look at the difference.
$271 a month. I thought that this was the best that they could do. Don't even look anywhere else. This is the best price, right? Wrong. Now look at my new price. $50 a month for 2 cars. I'm even covered if they steal my cars, and I didn't have to deal with any annoying insurance agents. So many insurance companies do this, you guys. They push our rates up and make us pay even more. So if you want to try this website, I put the link below. It took 2 minutes, super fast. You've got to trust me on this. Just try it out.
Boom, come Saturday, you know what I'm saying? I ain't seen my son in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Me and Les ain't been talking none of that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't did none of that. So Saturday before she came missing, she called me. She was like, TJ, I'm down at my mama's house. She say, if you want to see him, you can come down here. I was like,
Alexis was at her mother Alberta's house that Saturday. This is January 29th. She had driven there with both kids, about 80 miles from her apartment in Greenville, and she called TJ and said he could come see their son. But then she changed her mind.
I'm down here. I was like, okay, I'll come down there. Then she changed her mind, saying that, just wait, let me spend more time with him. I'm like, what you mean spend more time with him? You done had him for 2 weeks. I ain't seen my son. You ain't even let me video chat him. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, just let me spend more time. I can feel you crying through him. What you mean you can feel him crying through me? Through him.
She told TJ she could feel their son crying through him, like she had some kind of spiritual connection or premonition, like she knew something bad was gonna happen.
So I'm like, the hell? I said, okay, Liz. I said, she say, but I said, can I get him Sunday, the next day? She was like, let me think about it. I said, okay, I ain't gonna argue with you. All right, cool, get out the phone. So Sunday come. You know what I'm saying? This shit hurt my feelings so bad because at the end of the day, that's my child mother and I love her. You feel me? I know she been going through something mentally. I don't know what's going on and that shit hurt me. So that Sunday, I called my cousin. I said, cuz, you going to church? He was like, yeah. I said, man, I'm gonna pull up. I'm going to church today. You know what I'm saying? So I pulled up. I sat in the car. I ain't even get out the car. I'm shedding tears because this shit hurt me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen it like this.
This man was sitting in his car outside church crying because he could see that something was wrong with the mother of his child. He knew she was going through something mentally, and it was hurting him because he still cared about her. But here's where it gets even more disturbing. Before TJ went to church that Sunday morning, Alexis told him something that's going to make your skin crawl.
Now, mind me now, that before I went to church, Lex didn't even want me to go to church. She kept on saying, TJ, don't go to church. I keep seeing you down there on oncoming traffic like a car gonna hit you head on.
She was having visions of him being taken out in a head-on collision. She begged him not to go to church because she kept seeing him being hit by a car.
She saw me a car crash, which I got in my inbox, so somebody got killed on a head-on car crash.
She sent him a message about somebody who got taken out in a head-on car crash. She was trying to warn him, or maybe, and this is what's so chilling, maybe she was trying to tell him that she had done something, that she had put something on him, that whatever she was involved in spiritually was targeting him next. But TJ's response shows you the kind of person he is.
Yes, I'm like, Les, man, listen, one thing about it, you can't stop death. You feel me? Like, whatever happened, gonna happen. I ain't scared of it. I ain't scared of death. You know what I'm saying? We all gotta go. So, I went on to church anyway. She begged me not to go. I went on anyway. So we left church, came home, changed clothes, and went to the game and watched the NFC and the ALC game. Went to Wild Wings. You know what I'm saying? Watched the Kansas City game up there, Wild Wings. Left Wild Wings, went to my aunt's house. You feel me?
It's Sunday afternoon now, January 30th, 2022. TJ is at his aunt's house watching football, and that's when his phone rang.
She called me. And I put on speakerphone, let my cousin hear how she talking out the side of her head.
He put the phone on speaker so his cousin could hear what Alexis was saying. Because at this point, her behavior had gotten so concerning that TJ wanted a witness to what was happening. This is what Alexis said on that phone call.
So she got there, she was like, she said, where you at? I said, I'm at my aunt's house watching the game. So she was like, well, come and meet me on 29 at 7-Eleven where you get the kids. She said, I'm about to run out of gas. I got like 3 miles left. I said, okay. So as she talking, she like, TJ, watch out for these cars. Watch out for a white car, gray car, black car.
She was warning him about specific colored vehicles. Like somebody was following them. Like somebody was coming for them.
Now, mind me, now I'm like, okay, so I put on speakerphone, let my cousin and everybody hear. So I'm like, okay, I'm on my way. So my cousin like, boy, go get your son, boy. So I was like, shit, I say no more. I doubt no more. We left.
And TJ left to go meet Alexis at that 7-Eleven. But before we get to what happened at that gas station, we need to understand what else was going on with Alexis during this time. Because the phone call to TJ, the predictions about him being hit by a car, that wasn't even the most disturbing thing Alexis did that week. 4 days before she disappeared, on Wednesday, January 26, something happened that was caught on camera. And when you see this footage, when you hear what Alexis said, you're going to understand why people are talking about root work, why people are talking about spells, and why some people believe that whatever Alexis was involved in spiritually might have cost her everything. Alexis was living at Rocky Creek Apartments in Greenville. And on that Wednesday evening, one of her neighbors had a Ring doorbell camera. That camera captured Alexis walking up to their door. And what she said in that footage, what she was holding in her hand, it's going to change everything you thought you knew about this case. Now, before we talk about what Alexis said, we need to understand why she was at that neighbor's door in the first place. Because according to Alexis's family members who spoke publicly about this, the neighbor had seen something. They had witnessed Alexis in the backyard area of the apartment complex, and she was digging. The neighbor saw Alexis digging up or burying something, a box. And when Alexis realized she'd been seen, she went to that neighbor's door to explain herself. An activist named Tracy, who was helping with the search efforts later, actually went to Rocky Creek Apartments after Alexis disappeared. And Tracy confirmed that there was an area in the back that looked like something had been dug up. The ground was disturbed, but the box, nobody ever found it. To this day, we don't know where that box is or what was in it. But we do know what Alexis said when she knocked on that neighbor's door, and we can see what she was holding in her hand when she said it. The neighbor didn't open the door. They spoke to Alexis through the Ring camera. And the very first thing that came out of Alexis's mouth was this.
Hey, it's your neighbor upstairs.
What's up?
I was letting you know that I ain't gonna lie, I do like root work and shit like that, but good and bad.
That's how she opened the conversation. Not, hey, how you doing? Not sorry to bother you. She led with root work, and she made sure to specify that she does both good and bad root work. Now, for those of you who don't know what root work is, let me explain real quick. Root work, also called hoodoo or conjure, is a traditional African American folk magic practice. It involves using natural items, herbs, roots, personal items to cast spells or influence situations. Some people use it for protection, for healing, for love, but it can also be used to cause harm, to control people, to curse people. And when you're doing root work, when you're casting spells, the items you use afterwards, they have to be disposed of properly. You can bury them in a yard, you can throw them in a river, you can take them to a crossroads. Some spells even require you to bury the items in a graveyard. And here's something specific that people who practice root work will tell you when you bury something in your yard, in your backyard, especially when you're doing love spells. It's to keep someone close to you. It's to bind them to you, to make sure they can't leave you or forget about you. So when Alexis was caught digging in that backyard, and she went to her neighbor's door holding what looked like a small garden spade or digging tool, and the first thing she said was, "I do root work, good and bad," she was explaining herself. She was letting them know what you saw me doing back there. That was intentional. That was spiritual work. And you need to understand that I know what I'm doing. But here's what makes this even more interesting. In that same Ring camera footage, Alexis started talking about an ex. She mentioned someone, a past relationship, and the neighbor asked if she was talking about her kid's father. The exact details of that part of the conversation aren't completely clear, but what we do know is that Alexis was connecting her root work to someone from her past.
Build a website you love with Wix. For your words, create your brand, your opportunity, your breakthrough. Feeling a vibe? Run with it. From can't look away to gotta have it. Make every detail yours. Bring out what's hot. Remove what's not. Crystallize it. Instantly set a tone that speaks in your voice to your audience. Keep moving. Your site grows with you. Add solutions that meet you where you are and take you where you want to go. Smooth to make, easy to love.
There's this myth that addiction is just lack of willpower, but that's not how the brain works.
Opioid addiction affects millions of individuals and families, but recovery begins with one choice, and no one has to face it alone. QuickMD connects patients with a doctor online for opioid use disorder. Start medication-assisted treatment backed by science. No judgment, no stigma, and no insurance is required.
Healing doesn't stop with a setback.
That doesn't mean you failed. It means you're human.
Take control and talk to a doctor today at quick.md.
Now think about the timeline. This Ring doorbell footage happened on Wednesday, January 26. 3 days before that, on Tuesday night at 1:30 a.m., Alexis had called TJ and told him, "My last 5 exes died. I wish death upon them." Was TJ one of those exes she was talking about? Was that box in the backyard connected to him? And if it was, what was she doing? Was she casting a spell, or was she breaking one? Because here's what some people who understand root work have pointed out. If Alexis was burying something, that means she was casting a spell or maintaining one. But if she was digging something up, that means she was trying to undo a spell. She was trying to break whatever she had put in motion. Remember what TJ said. Alexis called him on Sunday morning and told him she kept seeing him in a head-on car crash. She begged him not to go to church. She was terrified something was going to happen to him. What if Alexis had cast a death spell on TJ, buried it in that backyard, and then realized what she had done? What if she was trying to dig it up to save him? And what if, by doing that, she broke some kind of spiritual rule? What if she opened herself up to something she couldn't control? Now, I'm not here to tell you what to believe spiritually, but what I am telling you is that Alexis believed it. She believed in what she was doing. And whatever was happening to her, whether it was spiritual or psychological or both, it was real to her, and it was terrifying her. Let's go back to that final weekend at her mama's house, because we need to understand what Alexis was telling her family. Alexis arrived at her mother Alberta's house on Friday, January 28, with both of her children. She fed the kids and then went to sleep. Nothing seemed unusual that first night, but on Saturday, January 29th, things started to get concerning. Alberta noticed that Alexis wasn't acting like herself. She was scared. She was anxious. And then Alexis started telling her mother things that Alberta will never forget. Someone had been calling Alexis's phone all day, a number she didn't recognize, a number she had blocked, but somehow the calls kept getting through. Alexis showed her mother the phone. She showed her the blocked number list. The number was right there, blocked, but it was still calling, still getting through. And when Alberta asked her daughter who it was, Alexis said something chilling. She called the person the devil, not a name, not this guy I know, or someone from my past. She said the devil was calling her phone. Now Alberta also mentioned
a monsterifically cool scientist studied the brain and learned that it works just like a muscle. If you exercise your brain, it grows.
In 2016, Donald Trump sold himself as the savior of the American people. Pointing at an obviously broken system, he created the idea that he was the only one who could drain the swamp, exposing the corruption of the government and empowering the other half of the country. And as a result, he built the biggest populist movement in modern American history, all on the back of one promise: make America great again. But then, after 2 years in office, he was faced with the ultimate opportunity.
Billionaire financier Jeffrey Epstein has been arrested. He was taken into custody overnight at a New Jersey airport.
Out of nowhere, a somewhat forgotten 10-year-old sex crime case was blown wide open by a journalist in Miami, alleging that the mysterious billionaire who had been convicted of trafficking young girls at his mansion in Palm Beach was far more complicated than originally thought, involving a much longer list of co-conspirators than anyone was aware of, with fingers pointed at a list of accomplices and clients that included the British royal family, former presidents, world-famous intellectuals, and more. But what no one expected was for the case to blow up in Donald Trump's face. Because the only problem was that Trump himself had a long personal history with Epstein, a documented friendship that went back decades. And as more evidence from Jeffrey Epstein's life was revealed, it would start to look like he and Donald Trump were much closer than most people had ever imagined. So even now, the story just doesn't die. Because if the rules of society don't apply to the people who make them, we have to ask ourselves, do we even still live in a society at all? Or is the American dream a story that we tell ourselves at night? I'm Philip, you're watching Volksgeist, and this is the story of the friendship between the president and the most horrific pedophile to have ever been exposed, and what that means for all of us. In the late 1980s, New York was a city of extremes. At the same time as the rate of violence and murder was shooting through the roof, it was also becoming a playground for the world's ultra-wealthy. Broad tax cuts and deregulation meant that the finance industry was growing at a rate that had never been seen before. Corporate raiders, stockbrokers, and CEO were running the town. At the same time, real estate speculation exploded, turning New York's skyline into a luxury brand. The nightlife, entertainment, and consumerism was growing to a level unrivaled anywhere else on Earth. The film Wall Street would depict the cultural attitude filling New York at the time as a manic sense of ambition where greed would not only be seen as acceptable but celebrated. The monologue where Michael Douglas says, "Greed, for a lack of a better word, is good," would be considered to be one of the greatest film quotes of the era.
Greed, for lack of a better word, is good.
It didn't just memorialize a movie. It defined an entire era when even mainstream culture would come to validate, glorify, and worship the love of money for its own sake. Unprecedented consumerism and materialism, bold fashion, exotic cars, lavish parties, crazy lifestyles, the rise of corporate culture. This was a time that would serve as the basis for legendary movies like American Psycho and Wolf of Wall Street, both of which are more social commentary than they were fantasy. But more than movies, there would be a number of people who would make themselves infamous, building monuments to their own egos and ambition throughout the city, turning their New York exploits into the subject of not just local interest, but infiltrating all the way into media and celebrity culture around the world. No longer would money hide in boardrooms or offices. Now it was plastered on magazine covers, depicted in films, paraded down Fifth Avenue, and celebrated as the city itself became a temple to excess. Armand Hammer, Calvin Klein, Michael Milken, Steve Rubell, there were many personalities that would define this era of excess. But there was one who would check every box. Donald Trump, a flashy young real estate developer, had turned himself into a mythical creature. He splashed his name in gold across skyscrapers, posed larger than life on magazine covers, turned New York into his own personal stage, and with every tabloid headline and photo op, he sold a story of success that was unlike anything mainstream culture had seen before, redefining what it meant to be rich and famous. But speaking of being rich and famous, I did want to let everyone know that the shirt I'm wearing in this video, I designed and embroidered it myself, and it's on sale now. I think it's pretty obvious what the meaning is here. Our world is being completely sold out to rich people who have no regard for human life or right or wrong, and it's probably the most morbid, grim YouTube merch that's ever existed. But if you want to support a completely independent channel that's not owned by any media conglomerate and doesn't use AI to do any of our content, you can do that right now. More importantly than that, by buying these, you're helping us continue to make stuff like this and hopefully dive deeper than most people will and tell stories that are hard to get out there in the world today. So yeah, we have free shipping on these. You can buy them at spiritworld.store. That's my website, spiritworld.store. I really appreciate the support. Thank you guys for helping us continue to do what we do. Donald Trump wasn't born into the Manhattan elite. He wasn't at all self-made either, growing up in a 23-room mansion in Queens, but his family's money was far from glamorous in the sense we would think of it now. His father, Fred, had built thousands of middle-class apartments after the Great Depression, using government contracts from the city to make tens of millions of dollars by the time his son Donald was born in 1946. But Donald would make it his mission to take that relatively uninteresting legacy of apartment buildings and construct a world of glamour, ambition, and excess, taking his father's fortune and turning it into glittering towers, cover stories, movie cameos, and a personal brand big enough to dominate even New York City.
Donald Trump, as I say, is just 33 years old. He took his father's rather modest by current standards real estate empire in Brooklyn and expanded it considerably.
Fast forward to the late 80s, and by the time Donald Trump was 40 years old, he had become the human manifestation of the ambition and greed that defined the era. He stamped his name on his skyscrapers in big, bold letters.
Come and be dazzled. Trump Tower.
He owned casinos along the Jersey Shore. He bought the Plaza Hotel. He opened Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue. But more than that, he had turned his business into a brand which in itself became his business. His marriages and divorces, his sense of style, his media appearances, his quotes, it all became content.
Mr. and Mrs. Donald Trump. It's the Donald! Oh my God!
His blend of business and entertainment made him not just the most famous man in New York, but a symbol of a new era where celebrity and money could meet and create a completely new definition of the American dream. Not one of quiet hard work or modest success, but a dream of visibility, spectacle, and greed. Trump was the pioneer of this new era in 1980s New York. He was loud, selfish, and proud of it. He wasn't famous because of virtue, skill, or talent, but because he had money and wasn't afraid to say it. And truth be told, there was no one who was better at this than Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is the Hugh Hefner of the 90s.
But not everyone chasing power and money in New York would do it under neon lights and headlines. In the very same circles that Trump loudly dominated, there was another figure beginning to rise, and his name was Jeffrey Epstein. Similar to Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein grew up in a quiet outer borough of New York City, and like Trump, he spent the 1980s building a substantial private fortune. Although unlike Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein moved very quietly. Even in the finance industry where he worked, which was attracting more media attention year by year, Epstein left almost no record of his work behind him. But that didn't mean that their paths wouldn't cross anyway, and when they did, their meeting would create one of the most consequential relationships in modern American history, a connection whose true significance continues to haunt the nation decades later. In the late 80s, Palm Beach, Florida was a growing hotspot for the rich and famous to gather, party, and get away from the New York cold. It was there that Trump purchased the historic 70,000 square foot Mar-a-Lago estate in 1985. And just a couple years later, Jeffrey Epstein also happened to scoop up a 6-bedroom waterfront mansion just a mile down the road from Trump's new property. And the story goes that that's where and how they met. Two New Yorkers who both happened to buy vacation homes in a wealthy enclave in Florida where everybody knew everybody. But that isn't all they had in common. Jeffrey Epstein had a profoundly different start to his career than Donald Trump. While they did both grow up in the outer boroughs of New York in the 1960s, Epstein didn't inherit millions of dollars and a business from his father. His parents were working class, and he ended up dropping out of college in his third year. In the mid-1970s, he ended up teaching at an elite private high school in Manhattan, although he would be fired from there for poor performance after just a year. But after a series of strange leaps forward, he ended up jumping to Bear Stearns, an immensely influential investment firm where he would also be fired for insider trading after just a couple more years. But by the late 1980s, Jeffrey Epstein had amassed a mysterious fortune by opening his own elite financial firm that supposedly served only clients with a fortune of $1 billion or more, even though he himself still had little to no public profile or notoriety at all. But as the 1980s ended, it became clear that the mysterious Epstein wanted to make a name for himself in the elite social scene of New York City. And so he went from being a mostly unknown banker to a permanent fixture in that world, with a big part of his new visibility actually coming from him being around the very, very visible Donald Trump, someone who had so many eyes on him that the media would start looking at you just for the virtue of being seen next to him. It began with typical neighborly stuff. In 1992, their first real appearance together on video comes from a party that Trump hosted where he invited NFL cheerleaders to dance and perform at Mar-a-Lago. In archived footage from NBC, in between shots of 45-year-old Donald Trump dancing his heart out in a crowd full of young models, you can see him welcoming Epstein to the party, speaking to him off to the side as they watch the cheerleaders dance. In one shot, he points to one of them and says to Epstein, "She's hot," before Epstein grins widely and laughs. Just a year later, Trump got married to Marla Maples, a television host and model from Georgia, at New York's historic Plaza Hotel, which he had recently purchased. Among a long list of celebrity guests was Jeffrey Epstein, who can be spotted in a number of photos from Donald Trump's second wedding. At the grand opening of the Harley-Davidson Cafe in New York at the end of 1993, Epstein would be photographed standing next to Trump and his children Ivanka and Eric in a candid shot from the event. From 1997 to 99, there would be videos of them together at Mar-a-Lago and at Victoria's Secret Angels fashion events in New York. By the time the new century arrived, Epstein was no longer the strange man in the shadows he had once been. Seen in public often, especially with friends like Donald Trump, he started cultivating a sense of mystique that was of great interest to journalists and onlookers. A Boeing 727 parked on the tarmac with his name on it, a private island with full-time staff, the biggest house in Manhattan. If Epstein wasn't catching up to Trump, it was because he had already passed him. And so it was far too late for Epstein to remain a secret for long. Naturally, the questions arise. Who is this guy who seems to have a source of infinite wealth without anyone knowing who he is? How did he afford the largest private home in Manhattan without ever doing business in public? And how does he know all of these people? And why do they like him so much? Epstein would be the subject of profiles in New York Magazine and Vanity Fair as journalists covering the scene tried to figure out how he became so connected without ever really making a name for himself in business first. And a big part of that was his connection to people like Donald Trump. When a journalist from New York Magazine called Trump in 2002 to ask for a quote on Epstein for a piece they were working on about him, he would reportedly boom through the speakerphone to say, "I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side." But aside from their mentions of Epstein's obsession with being surrounded by models, journalists would write about Epstein's meetings with Bill Clinton, his friendships with entrepreneurs like Donald Trump. But ultimately, most of them would write the whole thing off as Epstein likely having less than meets the eye behind his carefully curated persona. With no real history in business or finance to explain his connections, they kind of talked about him being a complicated con man more than anything. Throughout the 2000s, he would be known for his presence in elite intellectual circles. He hosted group dinners at his Manhattan townhouse. He flew academics and technologists to conferences and to his island. He styled himself as a patron of the big questions in science. He poured millions of dollars into Harvard and MIT, and photos from the time show him shoulder to shoulder with famous researchers and philanthropists. Guest lists from his townhouse read like a who's who of science and finance. The idea was simple. Jeffrey Epstein wasn't a mysterious hedge fund banker, he was a benefactor of knowledge. But then, it all very suddenly came crashing down. Because in 2008, Jeffrey Epstein is arrested for soliciting sex from a 14-year-old girl in Palm Beach, and a year-long investigation yielded evidence of dozens of possible victims, but he ended up pleading guilty to just one, and he was sentenced to 18 months in prison. At the time, the case didn't make national headlines, but it did make Epstein a social outcast, or at least it should have. When he was released 6 months early, though, Epstein's social life largely went right back to normal. Not only did many of his friends stay around him, in fact, he only gained even more. His friends in the scientific community would defend him. His famous celebrity dinner parties resumed unchanged. People like Woody Allen, Chelsea Handler, Prince Andrew, they'd all stay by his side. After prison, he would go on to host meetings with Bill Gates. He would work with former Israeli and South American politicians. For a convicted sex offender, his reputation seemed basically untouched. In comparison to the people who would vouch for him, his outspoken critics were nowhere to be found. And at the same time, the details of the Epstein case had never quite been picked up by mainstream media or national consciousness. With his case having taken place before mass adoption of social media, the average person simply didn't know much about Epstein or his crimes. But at the end of 2018, that would change when Julie Brown of the Miami Herald broke a 3-part story called Perversion of Justice that revealed a truth that had been almost completely hidden about the Epstein case. And that was that not only did Epstein likely commit far more crimes than he was ever charged with, but that there was a year-long FBI investigation that ended up getting swept under the rug while Epstein walked away with an absurdly lenient plea deal. While Epstein spent 13 months in a Florida prison in 2008, he was allowed to have his own private housing wing, private security, an unlocked cell, work release where he could leave the jail all day, every day unsupervised, and all of this was after federal prosecutors allowed him to write up his own plea deal for crimes that should have carried a federal sentence measured not in months, but in decades. The story was an immediate bombshell. In fact, it made such an impact that after just a couple months, and after taking a closer look at the circumstances surrounding Epstein's original plea deal and incarceration, federal prosecutors realized that not only was his case originally handled unlawfully, but that there was a mountain of new evidence and victims available that they could build an entirely new case on top of. And so on July 6, 2019, at Teterboro Airport in New Jersey, Jeffrey Epstein is arrested by the FBI upon returning from a trip to Paris. While searching his home, agents found thousands of photographs of his child victims locked away in safes behind cash and diamonds. He was denied bail, sent to a notoriously rough jail in New York City, and for the first time in his adult life, Jeffrey Epstein was not in control. The stories of Epstein's time in jail would center around desperate bids for some kind of power over his environment. He would exploit the right to an attorney, paying lawyers to sit silently in conference rooms for 8 hours a day to avoid his cell, while he bought every snack out of the jail vending machines over and over, only to throw it all in the trash. But this time, there would be so many eyes on him, so much attention, that there was no way he was getting any kind of sweetheart plea deal or house arrest. Jeffrey Epstein became one of the most hated men in the entire world, and his trial was gearing up to be one of the most notable and frenzied in modern history. It wasn't just about what he had done. It was about all of his rich friends, his powerful connections, and the question of how did it get covered up, who had known, and who had been helping him. But early one morning in August of 2019, just about a month after he had been arrested, news broke that Jeffrey Epstein had been found dead in his cell.
Some breaking news right now. Disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein has taken his own life while he was behind bars here in New York City.
And in an instant, the fabric holding America together was torn to shreds. It wasn't about Epstein's death. It was about the collapse of the idea that justice could ever be equal. A man who had lived at the highest possible level of money, politics, and celebrity was gone before he could stand trial and be forced to tell exactly what he had done and who he had done it with. To millions of people around the world, it was confirmation that the system was rotten to its core, that the rich and powerful could make even the most notorious scandal on earth disappear in the blink of an eye. After Epstein's arrest, it had been pretty clear to most people that he probably wasn't working alone. Now it was clear that he had been working with someone so powerful that they could have him killed at the drop of a hat. And in the weeks and months that followed, almost every single person who was known to have been associated with Epstein would have the finger pointed at them. The Clinton family, Bill Gates, Prince Andrew of England. It was like all of them had been splashed in the face with bright red ink. And many of the people in Epstein's network didn't make a clean break. Ghislaine Maxwell, his longtime partner and recruiter, was arrested in 2020 after a manhunt. She was convicted of sex trafficking and sentenced to 20 years in prison.
Ghislaine Maxwell, she's just...
Do not pay your car insurance bill. I repeat, do not pay your bill yet. So I found this website and look at the difference. $233 a month.
She's described as Epstein's one-time girlfriend and business partner. She's now going to face child sex trafficking-related charges.
Prince Andrew, the son of Queen Elizabeth II, had been facing accusations from Epstein victims for years, even before his second arrest. And eventually, in 2022, he settled a lawsuit out of court for a reported $12 million. While he was never charged with a crime, his public role in the English monarchy, his military titles, and all of his royal funding was taken away, casting Prince Andrew to live in the shadow of his crimes for the rest of his life.
And today it's been announced that Prince Andrew will be stepping away from all of his 230 charity patronages.
Notable Democrat politicians and donors like Bill Clinton and Bill Gates would also be plagued by questions around their involvement for years.
Any comments on the alleged allegation of your connection with Jeffrey Epstein? No.
Les Wexner, notable financial client of Epstein and decades-long best friend who had once signed power of attorney over to Epstein, ended up stepping down from his role as CEO of Victoria's Secret and Bath & Body Works after Epstein's death.
A deal has been reached to sell Victoria's Secret and for Les Wexner to step down as chairman of L Brands.
And perhaps most notable was the arrest of Jean-Luc Brunel, the high-profile modeling agent who had long been known to be a link in the trafficking network that procured children for Epstein and his clients to abuse. Even as far back as the first FBI investigation of Epstein in the mid-2000s that ended up getting covered up by Alex Acosta, they knew that Epstein was having kids flown in from Paris. And so at the end of 2020, Jean-Luc Brunel was arrested by French National Police while trying to escape the country on a flight to Senegal, although he would eventually avoid sentencing when he hung himself in his jail cell a year later.
Former modeling agent linked to Jeffrey Epstein was found dead in his prison cell this morning.
Many of Epstein's partners and friends would be convicted, disgraced, or even turn up dead the same way he did. There's no doubt about it. Epstein was at the center of a circle of rich and powerful pedophiles. Yet one relationship would stand out above the others, a connection that still refuses to fade. Donald Trump had political aspirations for decades. Even in the late 1980s, he saw a future where a celebrity entrepreneur like himself could be viewed as a serious politician.
This sounds like political presidential talk to me, and I know people have talked to you about whether or not you want to run. Would you ever?
Probably not. I've said that you could do a better job at negotiating an arms control agreement with the Soviets than some of these professionals who've been trying to do it for years.
I didn't say me, Mike. I said somebody has to do it. If it were me, that'd be fine. I could do it.
In 1988, he approached Republican political strategist Lee Atwater to ask if he could be put into consideration to be George H.W. Bush's running mate, a request that Bush and his team reportedly found strange and unbelievable. After that, Trump would flip-flop between Democrat and Republican for years, before announcing at Trump Tower in June of 2015 that he would be running for President of the United States with the slogan, "Make America Great Again." Attacking issues like illegal immigration, Islamic terrorism, the rising national debt, the offshoring of American jobs, Donald Trump didn't hide from the fact that he had no political experience. In fact, for Trump's supporters, that was part of his appeal. The idea was that because he wasn't a politician, because he was rich, he could do what no one else could. He couldn't be bought. And that's why, when 2 years into his first term, when Jeffrey Epstein was hauled into federal custody and the mask was ripped off of one of the most shocking criminal sexual abuse scandals in modern history, and with people realizing that Epstein didn't just act alone, but that he was acting with some of the world's highest elites, all eyes snapped to Donald Trump. If anyone was going to drain the swamp, this was going to be the moment. Reporters would press Trump about his own connections to Epstein, but his answers were blatantly evasive. He would say, "I was never a fan of that guy." He would say that they hadn't spoken in many years, but that was it. He didn't offer an explanation. He didn't offer more evidence. It didn't even feel like he was the president who ran on draining the swamp. In fact, it felt like nothing but standard political theater. Deny, deflect, move on. Hope the world forgets.
Well, I knew him like everybody in Palm Beach knew him. I mean, people in Palm Beach knew him. He was a fixture in Palm Beach. I was not a fan of his. That I can tell you. I was not a fan of his.
Co-producer is going to give you unique sounds that actually fits your track in seconds. Let me show you. First, let it listen. Looking for the vocal chop.
And so there was no document dump, no clear account of the Epstein case from the White House. They offered nothing. But that evasion only made the world more curious. So as time went on, the world wouldn't forget as easy as President Trump seemed to want us to. And so the Epstein case doesn't just disturb the nation the way that a serial killer or a terror attack might. It became essentially a dumpster fire sitting on the front steps of the White House. And it was one that would be nearly impossible to put out, as millions of people started to see the slogan of draining the swamp as nothing but an empty promise. Or, even more likely, that it could be part of the cover-up itself. And so what at first looked like just a couple of glossy tabloid shots of two rich New York guys, it hardened into a decades-long timeline. Trump and Epstein weren't just passing acquaintances, they were fixtures in each other's lives. With the president himself now under the microscope thanks to his own evasive behavior, a barrage of old secrets, evidence, and accusations start to resurface. But during Ghislaine Maxwell's trial in 2021, flight logs from Epstein's jet showed that Trump would ride on board no less than 8 times in the late 90s, regularly carpooling between their mansions together on the very same aircraft that was dubbed the Lolita Express by Caribbean locals who witnessed Epstein returning to his private island many times with disturbingly young girls in between regular visits from princes and presidents. Trump says, "I was not a fan of his, but when Epstein's little black book was made public, it included 14 phone numbers for Trump and his family, including contact info for his wife, his house staff, and his security team." Trump would snap at reporters. "Are you still talking about this creep?" You would describe someone you see at the grocery store in your neighborhood.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. It just seems like a desecration.
Some evidence was even hidden in plain sight. The infamous 2002 quote from New York Magazine made headlines again all throughout the last year. Today, Trump says that Epstein was an acquaintance he never particularly liked, but 20 years ago, he acts like they were best friends, saying, "I've known Jeff for 15 years. He's a terrific guy, a lot of fun to be with. It's even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side." These were clues sitting in the open. Spur-of-the-moment phrases that didn't age well. Trump keeps saying acquaintance, neighbor, friend of a friend, but even in his own words, their relationship was much closer than that. But it didn't stop there with alleged closeness found in papers, documents, and quotes. In fact, there'd be a number of third parties that would allege much worse things, some of them coming out long before Epstein's case resurfaced. One of the most jarring was from 2016, when an anonymous woman filed a lawsuit alleging that she was raped by Trump at age 13 in the mid-1990s at Epstein's Manhattan townhouse. In her lawsuit, she described raucous sex parties hosted by Epstein, where she said that Trump assaulted her on multiple occasions. The case never made it to trial, with the woman's attorney writing that multiple threats on her life had made her afraid to move forward. But Jane Doe wasn't the only one. Maria Farmer, one of Epstein's most long-running and outspoken accusers, would tell a story about a late-night visit to Epstein's office in the mid-90s where Trump arrived at the same time and started eyeing her, only for Epstein to arrive and remark, "She's not for you," to his famous friend. Trump would then allegedly say, "She looks young. I thought she was 16. And then there was Mar-a-Lago, Trump's social club that allegedly became a recruiting ground when Ghislaine Maxwell approached Virginia Giuffre, then a 16-year-old locker room attendant at the club. Giuffre would later testify that this was the beginning of the pipeline that drew her into Epstein's world, where she would eventually be trafficked to Prince Andrew, who would later pay her a $12 million settlement for his abuse. After the shock in 2019 and 2020, the Epstein story cooled off, partially because Trump was actually voted out of office around the same exact time.
Joseph R. Biden Jr. is elected the 46th president of the United States.
But when it was time for Trump to campaign again in 2024, he's faced with more questions about what he'll do about the Epstein case once he's elected.
The list of clients that went to the island has not been made public.
Probably will be.
So if you're able to, you'll be...
Yeah, I'd certainly take a look at it. Yeah, I'd be inclined to do the Epstein. I'd have no problem with it.
And he actually promises this time to release any and all files that the FBI has on Epstein.
But I'm in support of keeping it totally open. I couldn't care less. I have said to Pam and everybody else, give them everything you can give them.
And so once he was back in office after winning his second term, the public obsession with Epstein only grew even more as people waited for him to release new information.
When can we expect the Epstein documents to be released? The rest of them?
Which documents?
Epstein files?
I don't know. I'll speak to the Attorney General about that. I really don't know.
Just a month into his next term, his Attorney General says that she has the entire Epstein file sitting on her desk, ready to be released to the public. But then, it never comes.
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump.
And a few months later, Trump's team announces that after exhaustive review, they found no incriminating client list or any additional documents about the case whatsoever.
Who, if anyone, did Epstein traffic these young women to besides himself?
You can't put a price on peace of mind, especially when it comes to building your new home. That's why Lancia Homes locks in your price the moment you sign a purchase agreement with us. So even if material costs go up during your build, you won't pay a penny more. That's the Lancia Homes Price Lock Promise. Because we believe building your future should come with peace of mind. Lancia Homes, solid for 50 years. Discover more at
himself. There is no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday.
Even after people on the Trump team promised the opposite, they offered nothing in the way of transparency or closure. People were angry. All throughout the mainstream media, there were headlines talking about how MAGA was turning on Trump for dodging Epstein documents. There was the idea that this might be the one scandal that could fragment Trump's supporters.
How big of a blowback is there right now in MAGA world specifically?
It's pretty big, I have to be honest. And a lot of people in MAGA, they really want to know more information about the people that were involved with Jeffrey Epstein.
But instead of the answers that Trump once promised, he started not deflecting or dodging questions the way he had before, but now lashing out emotionally.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
While his supporters in the media would ask why exposing Epstein's network wasn't part of Trump's mission, he would brand the Epstein case as a waste of time and energy.
Department protecting any friends or donors, sir? So this is a Democrat hoax that never ends. I understand we've given thousands of pages of files, and I know that no matter what you do, it's going to keep going.
All of his responses were both highly emotional and contradictory to things he had said in the past, but the subtext was clear. He wanted the world to drop it and move on, even if that meant blaming everyone but himself. And so at the same time, perhaps because Trump so vocally rejected any transparency at all, the media's focus on Epstein would only grow stronger. In July, the controversy reached a fever pitch as the Wall Street Journal, notably owned by a conservative media conglomerate, published the contents of a note that they claimed to have taken out of a birthday album that Ghislaine Maxwell prepared for Epstein's 50th birthday back in 2003, and the album was full of notes and drawings from many of Epstein's close friends. Les Wexner, Epstein's longtime business partner and the only known client at his supposedly elite money management firm, wrote, "I wanted to get you what you want, so here it is," alongside a drawing of breasts. But of course, there was also a note from Donald Trump. It reads, "There must be more to life than everything." Donald says, "Yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is." Jeffrey says, "Nor will I, since I also know what it is." Donald says, "We have certain things in common, Jeffrey." And Jeffrey says, "Yes, we do, come to think of it." Donald says, "Enigmas never age, have you noticed that?" And Jeffrey says, "As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you." And Donald says, "A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret." And the note was written within the borders of a drawing of a woman's body. And at the bottom, Donald Trump's signature was placed where her pubic hair would be.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44. This is a first look at the current industry-leading AI app builder, and you wouldn't believe the kind of apps that people are creating. Smart nutrition apps, inventory trackers, onboarding tools, you name it. And if the only thing stopping me from making the app is the idea, then why not build an app that gives me endless...
But perhaps the worst and most brazen development of all, at the height of public outrage in the summer of 2025, after things like the birthday note were made public, Trump's Justice Department sat down with Ghislaine Maxwell in prison for a 2-day interview about every aspect of her involvement in the Epstein case. And less than a week after that, the Bureau of Prisons transfers her to a minimum security prison camp. Minimum security prison camps are more lenient than most people would imagine. With dormitory-style housing instead of cells, inmates are often allowed luxuries like phones, email, weekend visits, recreational sports leagues, nearly unlimited time outside. At most prison camps, there wouldn't even be anything stopping inmates from walking out the front door and onto the street, besides the threat of more time added to their sentence if they get caught. Comparatively, it sounds pretty great. Maybe it even sounds like proper rehabilitation. But of course, the stipulation is that minimum security prison camps are typically reserved for inmates with only a few years left on their sentence, non-violent or non-sexual charges, and no past history of attempting to escape. And those are 3 qualifications that Ghislaine Maxwell does not meet. With 18 years left on her sentence, a conviction of sex trafficking, and the fact that it took a year-long manhunt to bring her in, the idea that she's fit for a prison camp with no walls around the perimeter is almost laughable. But not long after her transfer, it would all start to make sense when the DOJ released transcripts of their conversations with her. During the talks, she would claim that she never witnessed any inappropriate behavior from Donald Trump during her entire time knowing him. "I never witnessed the president in any inappropriate setting in any way. In the times I was with him, he was a gentleman in all respects. And while these quotes were obviously released to smooth over the horrible optics that followed the Wall Street Journal's notebook release, it again only worsened the PR disaster that followed each new update from the case. Because it is literally a quote from the woman who was found guilty of sex trafficking minors with Epstein. There's probably no less reliable person to ask for a quote in the entire world. The evidence has just piled up. Flight logs, address books, depositions. There was even a statue planted on the National Mall a mile from the White House that depicts Trump frolicking through the grass with Epstein. It's a monument to the world's outrage around this friendship that the president says barely existed, even though there's a mountain of proof that says the opposite. According to any logic, this could be a scandal that would destroy anyone's reputation and career forever. But the biggest problem of all is that in America today, Trump's decades-long affection and closeness for one of the most powerful pedophiles to have ever lived kind of just barely registers. And so even after years have gone by, even after getting away with it, it still does remain this albatross on the neck of the White House. This black hole on the front lawn that many millions of people just can't forget. But at the same time, people like us watching these videos, we're kind of a minority. Because the most disturbing part of the Trump and Epstein story, it isn't what they did, it's what they got away with unscathed. Trump's donors are still showering him with money, and his political support remains intact. Even his opponents have pretty much decided to let it slide out of self-interest for their own careers. That's why this case is so hard to let go of. Trump could call Epstein his best friend. He could talk about the wonderful secrets they share. He could say that Epstein was a terrific guy who loves younger women. And there's no consequence for any of that. But for as long as the story remains unfinished, for as long as Epstein's friends and associates don't have to answer for themselves, it's going to remain as an open wound that represents a sickening truth about America. And that's that the rich and powerful don't have to play by the same rules as everyone else. That abuse is okay if you have enough money to make it go away. For decades, I think Americans have come to worship wealth. We kind of all believe that, to use the classic figure of speech, we all see ourselves as millionaires who haven't made it yet. And so we've come to hold the pursuit of money and the worship of wealth above actual right and wrong, out of the subconscious hope that we can someday climb the ladder and have that stability and luxury and the exotic lifestyle. I think the only problem is, though, that we've been convinced to accept our own downfall along the way. The 1980s ushered in a new era of culture and ideals. Reagan-era deregulation put the idea of the self-made man on steroids. The stock market was growing like never before, and before long, self-made wealth would become not just admirable, but it would be seen as proof of moral superiority and intelligence. We saw the rise of the idea that greed was just objectively good. The thirst to have more wealth, to control more assets, you no longer needed a reason. It was just something you could do for its own sake. The thought of living in mansions, driving exotic cars, traveling the world, it didn't need to have a purpose. In fact, in America, this type of wealth would become a virtue of its own. Being rich would be seen as proof that you were smarter, tougher, and more American than the suckers that settled for a small, quiet, safe life. Even questioning these ideals could be seen as anti-freedom and anti-capitalism. More than ever, getting money and getting a ridiculous amount of it became the American way. And that worship of money and wealth has continued to grow and take hold in America until it's grown even far, far beyond what people just 40 years ago would recognize. And today, we don't just admire wealth, we've subjected ourselves to it. In 1980, Forbes reported that there were around 13 or 14 billionaires in the US. But today, that number is at almost 1,000. And the way that that affects the normal person is internalizing a worship of money above everything. The high-stakes world of stockbrokers, tech companies, development, entertainment, it's trickled down to crypto schemes, the love of exotic luxuries, the rise in consumer debt, and an obsession with not just getting rich, but looking rich. Millions of us have been trained to anticipate our own opportunity to go from rags to riches, to make millions overnight, to live our own self-made dream of Lambos, penthouses in Miami, big bust-down chains, but that's all it is, a dream. While almost 1,000 billionaires is 100 times more than there were in 1980, it's still only 0.0002% of the American population. Not even 0.003 of 1%. You're actually a lot more likely to die in a plane crash than you are to become a billionaire. But meanwhile, since 1980, the cost of living in America has also exploded. Today, we only make about double in wages compared to what we made back then. But life today costs 5 to 10 times more. While billionaires multiplied 100-fold, the middle class got stuck with skyrocketing bills and less options and freedom than we ever had before. All the while, though, this worship of money only grows. Younger generations are going into unprecedented levels of debt for luxury goods to signal wealth that most of us will never actually have. And so while we keep our eyes on the sky looking for a way to climb up and join the rich above, we've forgotten to stop and see that they only got rich because the ground underneath us is falling apart. Roads are crumbling. Schools are starving, rent is spiking, CEOs make 1 billion times more than they used to, and most of us are pretty poor. That decay that we experience and see in society around us, the lack of stability, the lack of flexibility and growth, a lot of other people on top are making money from it. That's the part that hurts. That's the system that's already decided who goes unpunished and who doesn't. It's not about just Trump or Epstein. It's about living in a country where money is more powerful than even right and wrong.
Who's ready to hatch some cool pets? Click here to make your very own monster on Adapted Mind, where monsters
Trump and Epstein were both early pioneers in this new frontier of the world of billionaires, and both of them did things throughout their career that would be simply unacceptable for anyone less wealthy. But they simply continued to push, and in the end, they had their way over and over. And the Epstein case is, in a way, the final reminder and piece of proof that shows us how much things have changed. Jeffrey Epstein carried out unthinkable horrors against hundreds of children for over 10 years, and he did it in the company of some of the world's most powerful people. Some of them, I'm sure, had no idea. Some of them were willing to turn a blind eye because of the access or funding or connections he might provide them, but some of them, they joined in. His network included intellectuals of the highest caliber, members of the royal family, actors, writers, directors, billionaires, and even presidents. But again, Trump's career rolls on like none of it ever happened. The media moves on, his deflections worked, even his political opponents don't mind letting it go. And so whether or not Epstein's story is ever resolved, I think one thing is abundantly clear. The people who hold the power aren't actually subject to its rules and regulations. And in a world where our leaders no longer even have to pretend to respect the idea of right and wrong, that's not a good omen for the future. We're supposed to trust the government to maintain the systems of freedom and justice that we want to believe in. But now, as time keeps passing, that looks more like a myth from the past than anything that ever really existed. A system where the rules mean nothing, as long as you can pay your way out of it, that's not a world you want to live in. And the idea that there's nothing off limits, not childhood innocence, not abuse of the federal justice system, the idea that right and wrong will lay down and die for things like that, it's maddening. And it's not a conspiracy. And so in a way, Epstein and Trump, the two OG billionaires, the best friends from New York, they will have forever gotten away with it. And we already see it today. It's what's happening right now. But I think ultimately, this story is about all of us. It's about our world, our trust, the people who have power over us, the accountability they don't have to face, and how that affects us. It reminds us that a society built without accountability isn't a society at all, but an illusion waiting to collapse. But all we can do right now is stay aware and refuse to forget. I'm Philip. This is Volksgeist. I really appreciate you guys supporting these videos. They're all made completely independently with no media company overlord, no one telling me what to say, and we never use AI. It's all done, human creativity, music, editing, writing, research, all done by people. And honestly, it's a very demanding process. So I started making these shirts that are reflect the topics and the themes of the video to help draw support. So if you guys want to support that, these are done on extremely high quality American blanks. We make them all in the US on our own embroidery machines. It's done by me and my team. And honestly, it's probably the most morbid, depressing YouTube merch that exists. But if you would like to wear a reminder of the reality of this story and moment in history, you can go to spiritworld.store, which is our brand, and you can get free shipping in the US on these really nice, comfortable, high quality embroidered sweatshirts and t-shirts. Again, that's spiritworld.store, and I really appreciate you guys buying my extremely morbid YouTube merch. So thanks again for watching. I appreciate the support, and I'll see you soon.
I've ever seen. Top 5. Jesus Christ.
I'm about to sub myself. I'm sorry. Your word is accomplice.
Come on. Are you kidding me? Accomplice.
Accomplice. Accomplice.
Accomplice. ACC.
OMPLICE.
Correct!
Go! Let's go! Let's go. Come on, let's go back to cookies. What's that punishment? What's your punishment?
Damn. Blue team punishment. Y'all cannot use utensils for the next 5 minutes.
That's not a utensil. You better peel that
That counts as a utensil. That counts.
You better peel that bitch with a fucking tongue.
Hey, that's your utensil.
That's your utensil.
No, don't start food fights because shit gonna get real. Shit's gonna get real.
That's your utensil.
Hey, no utensils, blue team.
Do gloves count as utensils?
Gloves? Nah. Gloves don't count.
That was close.
What?
Make a celery.
Me?
Wait, can she eat celery?
Who the fuck just threw a celery at me?
Right now. Wait a minute. Right now.
Who just threw that shit at me? Who just... Papa, where have you been? Who the fuck just threw that shit at me? Huh? Who?
What?
Yo! What the fuck? It wasn't even me, bitch! It wasn't even me! Nah, it's a food fight now.
No, this is a food fight.
It wasn't even me!
I threw a celery, bro. Who was it?
It was.
Hell no, it wasn't me.
Hell no, it wasn't me. It wasn't me, but this one is.
Oh shit! Rap! No.
You didn't get. I mean, it's a celery stick. Yeah,
It is. That was anticlimactic.
Hey! Get that yam off your face!
Why are you throwing shit at me? Oh hell no! It was you. Oh hell no! What the hell?
No!
It was!
Hell no! Amika's life, it wasn't me.
You would put
Don't put that on me. Don't do that.
Why would you do
Amika's
that?
life, it wasn't me.
No, that's weird.
Oh, what the shit?
No! No, full fight!
Game. You're not ready for it.
Fucking shot.
Ah! No! Stop! Alright, stop! Ah! Stop!
You're in the middle of this beautiful sci-fi environment.
Oh, GG's.
And you're seeing intrigue, the espionage, the alliances form.
The potato should be done.
It's the power that just shifts around.
Stop!
It's amazing to watch.
Alright, stop! Hey! Stop!
Actions
Stop!
can have
Stop!
massive effects.
Stop! No!
Cooperate
No!
with me and compete with them. Make friendships to see who can betray
Fuck, man! They already said I'm wasting days.
just other players.
Bro, who keeps throwing shit, bro?
More players start coming. It just starts this complete cascade of actions, and you don't know what's going to happen.
Stop, guys, let's be better.
It is a free-for-all. People get locked up and shot instantly. People start dying left, right, and centre. It's just something that you can't get anywhere else. It's just the rush like no other.
All good is happening.
Everybody's on this journey and writing their own stories, and that is probably the simplest way I can describe it.
Things continue to change and evolve. It's awesome. I love it. Part of Eve.
I'll give you 1/5 of my cookies for 1/3 of your pizza.
Don't lowball me, Harold. 2 tenths.
3 tenths.
Deal.
Willingly doing fractions. That's the Lunchables effect.
Who did you get?
Thank you. Hey, Meta. Film this.
Attention, player haters and overrated disbelievers of all kinds. This young man, the one who made your favorite hooper's favorite hoop shoe, he didn't just upgrade. He evolved.
If your child was sexually exploited, abused, or pressured to share explicit content by someone they met on Roblox, you may qualify to file a claim. Estimated compensation varies depending on what happened and how it affected your child. For cases involving exposure to sexual materials, estimated compensation may range from $25,000 to $50,000. If your child was coerced into sending explicit content and is receiving ongoing mental health,
Did Gears of War make this game?
Here, she did not win America's Next Top Model, as far as I can tell.
Free
From
promo,
researching
fuck
it,
nigga,
she
I
got
guess.
third. Doesn't matter one way or the other.
Who did you get? Thank you.
Wingstop lemon pepper all flavor.
Percentage. Do it. 100 M's don't seem impossible. $1 billion don't seem impossible. What's a real nigga to a little obstacle? Beat cancellation every month. I'm unstoppable. Okay. Yeah, it's a couple bad bitches that I fucked. I wanna spin a block on. Niggas hating on the music till they play it, then they say he got songs. Yeah, I know. Bitch, I got plaques on plaques, I'm rapping to the slow shit. I got racks on racks, I'm balling on the coaches. 7 figures in tax, the IRS on whole shit. Niggas hating on me whole time, he taking.
Why did you bring a kettle? Why did you bring a kettle? I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm fucking broke, bro. I got 4 guns total. Let's go in there with a free loadout.
I told you to go in free.
No, you didn't. You didn't say that. You just didn't say that.
You know, I was having a really good night.
That's cap.
It was really calm.
That's
I was
cap.
just chilling.
That's cap.
And then Agent called me, and I was like, maybe he's just asking if how I'm doing. And then you're like, get the fuck on the game, bitch.
I
You know what I
did
mean?
a tutorial. I did a tutorial.
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
Oh,
Still, bro.
awesome. Well, good
Yeah,
thing
man,
is
we're
we
doing
just
well,
had a
waiting
great
for you.
raid, so adding you to the team is going to give us a big buff, and I feel like there's no way anybody can stop us now.
Yeah, man, we just went crazy in the last raid, man. It was crazy.
Yep, I got 1 kill. JoJo got a bunch of damage, and we ended up leaving with lots of loot.
Alright, man, so how I add niggas?
Oh, yeah, your username. So we got to get that. What's your username in the game?
Reggie Clover.
Huh?
Reggie Clover.
So where's the friend list, do you think, on this game? How do you rate the game?
The
Hurry
little
up and add
person
me, bro. I'm
icon.
gonna get some chips.
Yo, I added you. Huh? Nigga, there's numbers after your name, bro.
Yeah, no, there is. I think he just walked away though.
God, that's not smart. You know, that's not a smart move from him. It really isn't. You can give 1,000 subs on Twitch now? Say you swear to God you can give 1,000 subs. Nah, someone gotta test that shit to see if that's real or not, bro.
Yeah, Agent, go ahead, bro. Test it on me. Agent,
Yo,
go
what's
ahead.
your username? It's Reggie Clover, and there's some numbers after, so you didn't tell me the right username.
I just told you, bro.
No, you didn't, gang. There's numbers after your fucking name, bro. Stop telling me you told me. You didn't tell me.
Man, my bad, Big Daddy. You feisty.
Thanks.
Yo, Jim.
Thanks.
Let me tell you my numbers.
Yep.
8,004.
Fire. Okay, I just added you. Do you see my shit? Hold on. Are you guys trolling, or there's really a way to gift 1,000 subs?
Yeah, there is, bro. Yeah,
Why?
there is. I'm looking at it right
It's
now.
$5,000, bro. What the fuck? Yo, Jeff Bezos made a feature just for him, my nigga. Who the fuck is using that, bro?
You on me.
1,000 subs? We just got 200. We just got the 200 feature. For wagers. True.
Add back.
Okay, fire.
Bro said he's a swaggatologist. I'll be the judge of that.
How do you friends? How do I invite your Did you join the game?
I started your friend request. You never invited me, bro.
Nigga, I'm trying to invite you. Oh, Jojo, do you have to invite him because you're the party leader?
Oh yeah.
All right, let me give it to me. Give it to me. I'll leave party.
Right.
I'll just leave party.
Yeah, do that. Jesus.
Bro got the IQ of a quarter.
Yeah, right? I know that's right. Retweet that. Everybody spam retweet in the chat. Yeah. I think he still has a tutorial. No. He's done now. Oh. I like your fit, Reggie. You look awesome, dude.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You can tell I'm new around here. Look at my fit, bro. Betty Asher.
We're gonna go Blue Gate.
But
you don't have to chew so loud, Reggie.
It's my mouse, bro. Don't tell me what you putting in the game.
I'm not putting anything in
You
it.
feel me, JoJo?
I'm
You feel me?
not necessarily putting anything inside.
Yeah, bro.
You got me fucked up, nigga. Mind your business, bro.
I'm just saying, like, when you chew in my ear, it kind of, it's like a sensual experience. I don't want that from you, you know?
It's sensual?
Yeah, like ASMR, a little bit. A little bit.
Reggie eating chips is a sensual experience for you?
I mean, chips in general is a really, really intimate experience, you know?
Right. I don't know what you mean, bro. I don't know.
I just ready up, Reggie. Yo, chat, what's your favorite chip? Agent, don't let some short bitch talk to us like that.
Some short bitch.
I think he's talking about you, JoJo.
Nah, he's not talking about me, bro. You know I'm taller than everyone in this call, bro.
Come on, bro.
We're waiting for you. You gotta ready up.
Still good.
Let's go.
You ever had like pickle chips?
I'm not a fucking big bag of swords, nigga. No, I never had pickle chips, nigga.
Yeah, me neither, man. Nah, that shit, yeah, it's fucking for fat asses and shit. It's fucking nasty.
Obesity.
Yeah, who the fuck would eat them shits? Fucking pickle chips. Oh, like,
nigga went to the store, got every chip you could got. He said, "Let me grab these pickle motherfuckers."
Nah, I mean, I've dabbled.
Until she started going on this like massive rant about it, about how she does.
Who did you get? Thank you.
Cool. iPhone 17?
I switched to T-Mobile.
You get 4 iPhone 17s on them.
Wait, who's taking the picture?
At T-Mobile, get 4 iPhone 17s with their amazing cameras on us. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line.
Smile, it's an Elfie.
Attention, player haters and overrated disbelievers of all kinds. This young man, the one who made your favorite hooper's favorite hoop shoe, he didn't just upgrade. He evolved.
I ain't gonna lie, that was hard, Cat. Ain't you forgetting something, though?
Ah, yes. This boy here is the truth. Believe that.
also help you discover other details like photos.
I'm Chris Hansen, right now on Crime Watch Daily from here in New York City. Chilling video. A single mom desperately runs for her life trying to escape a rapist.
He told me to get undressed, and I was crying, shaking uncontrollably.
Kidnapped at gunpoint, beaten and forced to pose for naked photos. It's 70.
You said at one point it started getting heated. Did you strike her at any time during that time?
No. And I'm digging in her eyes like, wake up. I'm slapping the out of her, bro. She's just not waking up.
You just saw Cordante Walker, a killer boyfriend making the biggest slip-up of his life. Because right now, he has placed himself at the center of the murder of his girlfriend, 23-year-old Lourdes Kimolin. Now, no matter how much he lies,
she hopped in front of the car